here come the Irish of Bob Davie.
Let's go!
The field first. All-America here at Notre Dame, a guard on an undefeated national champion team under Ara Parseghian, 1974, trying to become the first ex-Irish player to win at Notre Dame Stadium in more than half a century. And here come the men from the Bayou, the LSU Tigers. Don't be deceived by 4 and 5. This is an outstanding football team. And they brought some of their
Citrus Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, and the Gator Bowl, as well as the Insight.com Bowl. So, Dick, if you can figure that out, give us a little insight.
Go back and sit in the corner and keep your back to the field. That's enough from you.
That means a lot of loud jackets here today, Dick.
Yeah, the Bull representatives, you can pick them out. We're ready to go, and it's Danny Boyd who sends it toward Notre Dame's Tony Driver. Driver from the 2. 26-yard line, and we're underway as the tackle made by number 21 Rayon Hill of LSU. Jarious Jackson. He's had a solid senior season. He is a fourth-year senior, may be back next year. Pettigrew, Ritter, John Morandi. Watch Mike Gandy, number 69, as he replaces Jerry Wisney, injured at guard. Mike Rosenthal, a solid anchor as we look at the Principal Financial Group starting lineups. Jackson with Autry Denson, all-time rusher now here at Notre Dame. Jamie Spencer, Brown, and Malcolm Johnson outside, and the tight end is Jabari Holloway. Gets it started and picks up 6 before Mark Roman, one of the top players on defense, a soft junior from New Iberia, Louisiana, makes a tackle from his safety spot. And here are the LSU Tigers on defense. Number 94, Anthony McFarland on the nose. Booger McFarland, 8 sacks this year, and Jarvis Green has 8 as well. Just a freshman at defensive end. Miller, Wesley, leading tackler. Smith and Adams at the backers. Booker and Davis at the corner. Roman and LeBlanc at safety. And our first whistle. It's a all Southeastern officiating crew and is led by referee Doyle Jackson.
An equipment violation. Timeout. Notre Dame.
Someone took off their helmet apparently, or who knows. We'll get the word from Jim Gray what that's all about, but it burns a Bob Davie timeout, whatever. Not one that he wanted to take.
Could be a mouthpiece, could be, not more enough equipment as far as knee pads, could be a variety of things. They didn't call a penalty on them, though. They have forced them to use a timeout.
Kind of takes the dramatic flush off the early part of the game, but let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you, Dick. The problem is several players on the Notre Dame team that's out on the field right now on the offense do not have their pants below their knee, and your knee pad must cover your knee or at least have your socks above it. The officiating crew is concerned about it, so they charged them with the penalty there. Back upstairs to you.
Fashion police here, too?
Well, you can understand that rule. You want the pad not only to protect the player wearing those pants, but the knee that might strike an opponent. There they are, properly attired. Those offensive linemen, they know the dress code.
Yeah, they don't get those kind of penalties on them. They're all got the more equipment than you could possibly ever imagine. But Notre Dame's offense has been, you mentioned Jarious Jackson having a solid senior season, Dick. I would argue that it's even better than that. I think he is the key reason that they are 8-1. His development as a multi-dimensional player, coming into the season, I think he was the biggest question mark for Notre Dame. Could he come up with enough big plays in the passing game? And indeed he has. And a large reason they're 8-1 is because of the improving play of Jarious Jackson.
Used to go to all the games at Alcorn State as a high school player. Steve McNair, the great player, now highly successful in the NFL with the Oilers, was his idol. And he's shown he not only can run the ball, but he has an excellent arm, and went 12 for 12 to start that Navy game a week ago. 2nd and 4. Jamie Spencer, who grew up in Louisiana, he gets his first call. Monroe, Louisiana. In fact, Booger McFarland is a distant cousin of Jarvis Green, who greeted him on the tackle. And there's McFarland at 6'1" and 290, the senior from Winsboro, Louisiana. Delightful young man.
Yeah.
I had a chance to talk with him earlier this week.
Yeah, Booger, appropriate nickname for your nose guard.
Couldn't wait, could you? That early you had to use
Jam it in there.
3rd down 3. That's Fisher in motion. And on the option, keeper, Jarious Jackson. And he has a first down at the 42.
Each week you see a little bit more out of this Notre Dame offense and a little bit more out of Jarious Jackson. As you mentioned, 12 straight completions last week against Navy to begin the game. He's run quarterback draws this year. He's run sweeps. This is a pure option play. And the interesting thing about Notre Dame is they don't pitch the ball much on their options. When they call that option play, it seems like Jarious Jackson almost inevitably keeps on a hold of the ball.
Kai Nelson and Malcolm Johnson to the right in this formation, with Holloway the tight end anchoring left. Out of the eye, first down at the 42. Fake to Denson. The fire, intercepted by LSU, could go for a score. It's Mark Roman. Roman at the 10. Roman, touchdown, LSU. Less than 2 minutes into the game, the Tigers strike on the interception, 3rd of the year by junior Mark Roman, and he goes 53 yards for a touchdown.
Some guys just have a neck. Mark Roman is number 8. He plays free safety. This is his 8th career interception, his 3rd this year. Reads the eyes of Jarious Jackson and then drives on the ball, makes a pretty good catch, and then into the end zone. But he has a knack for picking the ball off. His 3rd of the year.
Christian Chauvin hits the extra point, and extra points and field goals have been more than adventurous for LSU throughout the year. And here it is, Jackson trying to find Malcolm Johnson, number 6, but number 8, Mark Roman, with a great move, and then the sprint down the sidelines. The Tigers jump in front, 7-0. Back at Notre Dame, and Mark Roman, the safety for LSU, makes an early statement, a 53-yard touchdown with an interception of Jarious Jackson, and that is uncharacteristic of this Notre Dame team. They've turned it over only 12 times, matched by LSU. They're the top 5 in the country in protecting the ball, but the Tigers get a big early score.
Well, yeah, that was well read by Mark Roman, and Clarence LeBlanc, the strong safety, had Malcolm Johnson well covered too. So even if he the ball would have gotten by Mark Roman, LeBlanc was there.
And LSU's weakness this year has been pass defense. They're 5th from the bottom in the nation in allowing yards passing. Boyd sends it on the way. Tony Driver in the end zone. Gambles, takes it out. And he is stopped shy of the 20 by Charles Smith. And you could hear that tackle along with Aaron Adams, number 37, and John Barreca, the 2nd-string fullback, 36.
Well, this is not going to be an easy game for Notre Dame. LSU is a talented team in spite of their 4-5 record, particularly on offense. But this becomes an important drive for Notre Dame. It's early in the first quarter, 12:53 remaining in the first quarter. But after you throw an interception that gets returned for a score, as a quarterback, what you want is to have a methodical drive, get a couple of first downs at least.
The Irish begin at the 18-yard line. Let's see how Jarious Jackson responds to that big pick. He gives Autry Denson. Denson into the clear for a moment. Across the 30 and a first down after 15 yards. Roman, along with Aaron Adams, make the tackle.
Autry Denson is at his best against stunning up-the-field kind of teams. In LSU, particularly the nose tackle right here, who likes to stunt a lot. They're very, very good against those type of teams. Good lead block there on the fullback Joe Wesley, or the linebacker Joe Wesley, and then the cutback run by Autry Denson. But he's very good on that little draw play.
First down at the Irish 33. Both wide receivers to the right, and then the give to Spencer. And again, Spencer smothered. No, check that. It's Spencer. And Jarvis Green able to penetrate and make the tackle. Green, a freshman from Donaldsville, Louisiana, and Joe Wesley, the inside linebacker, who leads the Tigers in tackles. There's Wesley. He's the only non-Louisiana starter on defense. He's from Brookhaven, Mississippi.
And he has a sister here at Notre Dame on academic scholarship. Mary, his sister here. So we have two of the Wesleys in the audience.
The other scores on this big football Saturday. 2nd down 11. Roman on the blitz. Sights on Jackson and gets him again. So Roman has punished Jackson with the interception. And now on the blitz, sacks the quarterback of the Irish. Seemed to be a bit of confusion on the play.
Well, it was going to be a quarterback draw. You know, they ran a option play a little bit earlier for a first down. This is a quarterback draw all the way. They got caught on a safety blitz by Mark Roman. Good defensive call by Lou Tepper, the defensive coordinator. So they have had a good defensive game plan thus far in this game.
Roman, the early star, 3rd and 12 for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Jackson goes deep. There's a man wide open. Brown. First down at the LSU 25. 44 yards for the senior, Bobby Brown.
There had to be a mix-up in coverage. You mentioned LSU has suffered in the passing game, giving up almost 270 yards a game. Bobby Brown right down the middle of the defense, one of 2 receivers on the right side. And again, the patience and the calm of Jarious Jackson, that's the biggest area I think he's improved this year. Well-delivered ball to a wide-open Bobby Brown.
7-0 LSU first down as the Irish are in LSU territory for the first time, and Autry Denson has to battle to get a couple. Joe Wesley and others in on the tackle. And speaking of pass defense, which has been the Achilles for this LSU Tiger defense, they're 5th from the bottom. Only Washington, Navy, Southwest Louisiana, and New Mexico State have allowed more yards passing per game than this Tiger defense.
Well, in a 3-game losing streak, they in the middle of the season, they gave up an average of 350 yards a game. And of course, that was to Florida and Kentucky, 2 of those 3 losses. But they have given up a lot of passes, yardage in the air.
2nd and 7. The fake to the fullback. Jackson flips. It's to number 14, David Gibbons. And Gibbons, the freshman, has his first Notre Dame touchdown. The freshman from Humboldt, Texas, celebrates his first score for Notre Dame, and the Irish strike quickly.
Rarely have we seen Jarious Jackson pitch the ball deep. We were just talking about it, but when you do, when your opponent's not expecting it, you have a chance for a big play, and that's just what they got there from Gibbons.
Jim Sanson adds the extra point, and the fireworks come early today at Notre Dame. 53-yard interception by Roman for LSU, and it's Gibbons with this reverse for the touchdown for Notre Dame. 22 yards on the play. 9:53 left in the opening quarter. What a start. Back at Notre Dame Stadium, LSU and the Irish tied at 7 as David Gibbons scores on the toss, a 22-yard run for the freshman.
Yeah, modified wishbone. They really like, watch the pull block out here by Mike Gandy too, but they like this option play out of this modified wishbone. And we keep saying quarterback keeps, everybody tries to tackle him. Boom, you pitch the ball to David Gibbons and down the sideline for the touchdown. Well-designed play, and they answer the call after the interception by Mark Roman for a score. So a good drive there for Jarious Jackson and the Fighting Irish.
Irish with 98 yards in 10 plays in their 2 drives. LSU yet to have an offensive play and are going to get the ball now on the kick by Hunter Smith. Kevin Falk, watch him. He's on the far side for LSU, and Rondell Mealy, who was the star against the Irish in the Independence Bowl a year ago, the other back. It goes to Falk as they kick short, and Falk punished by Joe Thomas with a big hit. Senior Joe Thomas from Dallas on the coverage. Let's look at the LSU offense. Williams, Thomasy, All SEC center Todd McClure, Langley, and Winey up front. Herb Tyler completing a terrific 4 years at quarterback at LSU. Falk, the all-time rusher. Banks, the blocker. Foster and Booty have each caught 44 passes. The wide receivers and the freshman tight end is Kyle Kipps. Falk amidst two Irish tacklers and finally bounced out of bounds by Brock Williams. The Irish defense certainly has improved as the season has progressed. And here they are. Weaver, the freshman, Legree, and Williams, the front three. Linebackers, Corey Minor, Jimmy Friday, Bobby Howard, the leading tackler, Lamont Bryant. He's really played well the last 4 games. Harper and Williams at the corners, and Deke Cooper, the star at BC, and Benny Gilbo, who's from Louisiana. He's got a lot going for him today against a lot of players that he saw in high school. Falk again. Loses a yard.
Drawing a crowd is right. Jimmy Friday was one of those guys there, and Bobby Howard. Greg Madison, the defensive coordinator. And what was Bob Davies saying to us yesterday when we tackle Kevin Falk? We have to kind of corral him. Get 3 or 4 gold helmets, blue jerseys around Kevin Falk.
Corey Minor, number 4, was also in on the tackle. He told us yesterday last game as a senior at home. He just hopes he'll do something that people will remember him for his efforts today. So Falk, 2 yards total in his 2 carries. Now the first throw by Tyler. His receiver slips. There from Booty, number 88. And it's a quick 3 and out for LSU.
And that ball may have been tipped by Lamont Bryant. You mentioned how well he has played for Grand Island. I think Lamont Bryant, number 53, got his hand on that ball.
Corey Gibbs, the punter, averaging 43 plus. Junior from Baton Rouge to punt with Joey Gatherall. Boy, he doesn't like the fair catch, does he?
I haven't seen one all year from him.
They had a great return against Navy last week. Gatherall, 68 yards, and he is hit as he receives the ball, but a penalty goes with it. 47 yards on the punt. Chris Cummings was the tackler for LSU.
That was when he probably should have fair caught, but he didn't get the signal, and he didn't they wasn't given enough room to make the catch. I believe the penalty will be against the Tigers.
That's correct. So the penalty will be marked off from the 28-yard line. Just a 5-yard call.
Foul was an incidental. Fair catch interference. Too close to the receiver. The penalty is 5 yards from the spot of the catch. First down.
See, Gatherall, who was an outstanding high school baseball player at Bishop Amat in Southern California, easily fielded a tough catch. Tied at 7. We'll be right back. Welcome back to an explosive start of this game in Northern Indiana. The Tigers with the pass interception touchdown by Mark Roman, and David Givens, the freshman wide receiver for the Irish, his first score on a 22-yard toss off the option. And now the Irish, after the punt and 5-yard penalty, start at their own 32. And Tony Fisher is in the backfield. Spencer, the fullback, lined up behind Jackson, and this is Fisher in motion, but they give it to the fullback Spencer. Good move by the foot. Fumble the ball. Scramble. Malcolm Johnson might have scraped the ball in for Notre Dame.
Boy, how about Malcolm Johnson? Remember the fumble earlier in the year by Bobby Brown that he hustled down and recovered in the end zone for a touchdown? And a hustling Malcolm Johnson again recovers the fumble by Jamie Spencer. A good run initially here by Jamie Spencer. Bounces the play outside that was supposed to be inside. From the state of Louisiana, was recruited by LSU. But again, a hustling play by Malcolm Johnson. Good things happen when you keep hustling like that.
Fred Booker, give him credit. He delivered the tackle to knock the ball free. But Johnson recovers at the 43 and a first down. Now Jackson, for a quarterback, running like a fullback, using all of his 220-some pounds, 227 the last time we talked to him.
Yeah, that's one of the amazing things to me about his season is how well he's, how strong he's been able to run, how strongly he's been able to break tackles, and yet in the next play come back and throw the ball with some touch. A lot of times it's very difficult for an option quarterback to do.
Yeah, you kind of play that aggressive, tough game, which you have to play, and then to be able to finesse a pass.
It's hard.
Second down and a long 6. Jackson to throw. Tight end Jabari Holloway, and the big man from Georgia, Riverside, Georgia, has a first down inside the LSU 30.
Yeah, I like the play calling by Jim Coletto. Even though his quarterback threw an interception for a touchdown early in the first quarter, they continue to come back, run some options, run some play action, not afraid to throw the ball downfield. Actually, a safe pass to his tight end Jabari Holloway at 6'3", a good target over the middle. And boy, I tell you, sometimes when your quarterback is struggling a little bit and throwing an interception, finding that tight end over the middle of the field is a very, very easy thing to do.
Just a sophomore, Holloway, his 13th catch of the year, averaging over 16 a grab. Here's Henson back in, runs into his own blocker, and is able to pick up only a yard. By the way, go in depth on the Irish at msnbcsports.com, a special section. NBC's Notre Dame Central is rich with audio and video features. Check out a special interactive feature as Autry Denson and Alan Pinkett answer reader emails, and vote on Pat Hayden's nominees for Irish MVP. It's all at msnbcsports.com, and they've had some early hits, and Autry Denson seems to be the choice at the moment.
Well, Jarious Jackson, I tell you, when all the absentee ballots come in, Dick, I think Jarious Jackson's gonna win that thing.
Autry Denson on the draw, able to fight to the 25-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Irish. So you, were there any campaigning? Any of these young guys come up against Mr. Hayden?
Just trying to get online, trying to, guys calling their mothers and all their friends to go online and give them some votes. So you actually got a couple of votes for some housewives in Minneapolis.
Denver, that's that Swedish-Finnish part of the world. The Finns will vote on anything if they think you're finished. Suomalainen poika. Jackson out of the shotgun with Getherall shifting right. 3rd and 5. Hit from behind, incomplete. It was number 93. Theo Williams from Marrero, Louisiana, Jr., who was able to hit Jackson just as he delivered.
I'll tell you, one of the things, he's down here for number 93. The LSU Tigers, they may have not defended the pass well, but they have rushed the passer particularly well this year. 26 sacks, and Theo Williams is a guy ordinarily on passing or on running downs, a good run stopper, but gets around the tackle, knocks the ball away from Jarious Jackson.
Jim Sanson has made 5 in a row, 11-15 on the year. This one is blocked. Johnny Mitchell, the junior defensive tackle from Marrero, Louisiana, able to block the ball, and still alive to Kevin Falk. No, this is Mark Roman again, as Dan O'Leary finally makes the tackle.
Well, was it Arnold Miller who actually blocked that? I couldn't tell. Arnold Miller's the guy that's blocked so many for LSU during his career. 5 in his career. He's number 98. He was right over the top. Yeah, it was right there at the top.
Yes, it was Miller. Yeah. That's his 6th career block.
His 3rd this year.
Boy, did he time that magnificently.
Get him on the basketball team.
Miller is 6'4", 240-pound senior from New Orleans. He's solid against the run as well. Play action by Tyler. Incomplete. He had his man open, could not find Booty.
Booty just slipped, and he did have him wide open. Jerry DiNardo was talking to us Thursday when we went down to Baton Rouge. He was talking about Herb Tyler, the kind of season that he has had, and he said he's been magnificent. Actually, he's been magnificent for 4 years, but he says when he is really effective is when he's outside the pocket. He's a 60% ordinarily passer, but when he gets outside, he said he's maybe a 75% passer.
Here's Tyler, averaging more yards passing, but less rushing than his counterpart Jarious Jackson of the Irish. There's the Falk. And Falk out to the 24-yard line, coast to a first down before Jimmy Friday can drag him down.
Kevin Falk is an elusive player with power. He has had a remarkable 4-year career at LSU, and the last year in particular, he's run with a lot more power. And you see the big padding he has there on his forearms. He uses that to kind of deliver some blows. He's become a much more punishing type of runner this past season.
Karen Crow, Louisiana, Kevin Falk, and he was heavily recruited by Notre Dame. He came up here on his visit and said he became homesick. Bob Davie remarked to us yesterday, I hope he gets homesick today, as he is a force for this LSU Tiger, and off at a 200-yard rushing game against Bama 2 weeks ago.
Well, he averages almost 200 yards, all-purpose yards per game. A guy that is as versatile as any player in America.
Tyler underneath to his tight end Kyle Kipps, and Kipps to the 33, gain of about 8 before Friday, and Minor can make the stop for Notre Dame. Tyler 6 feet tall, but on the program, but about 2 inches short of that.
And you see, he has very long fingernails, does Herb Tyler. He says when he throws a good pass, as that one is, he can hear the clicking on the ball.
I just can't imagine a quarterback having long fingernails.
You know, he's got, there they are. Yeah, there's a long one there. How about that one? Yeah, you can hear that click.
2nd and 1. Falk. Hit by Bobby Howard and Brad Williams, but enough for a first down as he makes it to the 35.
You know, just finishing up with the long fingernails. Todd McClure, the center, number 72, was there they are. Was talking to us this week about, because of those long fingernails, he said he gets scratched so much he has to wear extra padding on his right hand to kind of protect himself from those from the fingernails. It's a strange game.
A lot of hazards in this game of football. Contact sport, but you don't quite figure it to be that hazardous, center to quarterback.
See the band on his right hand right there? Yeah. Game's changed.
First down at the 35. The reverse is to Foster, the wide receiver, and he battles to the 38. A 3-yard gain. Bobby Howard denied for Notre Dame.
Some really explosive people on this team, including number 22, Larry Foster. Gets a big lead block by Lewis Williams, number 70. Langley out there, number 75. The one thing about this Notre Dame team, though, they're always a defensive team. There always seems to be a lot of guys around the ball. Rarely do you see just one gold helmet around the ball.
2nd down 7 for Tyler. On the roll, they like him to throw on the run. Good at just that, and he hits Booty. Knocked out of bounds shy of the first down at the 43 by Brock Williams. Williams from Hammond, Louisiana, and he, Donald Dykes on this Irish team, growing up with many of the players that star for LSU. He's just a sophomore, Williams, and may have developed as the best of the cover backs defensively for the Irish.
Well, he was recruited heavily by LSU, as you mentioned, and Mark Roman was his host, the guy who intercepted the pass for the touchdown for the Tigers a few years ago. But they really like the enthusiasm he brings to this Irish defense.
3rd down, and it's actually closer to 1 than 2, and Kevin Falk said, doesn't matter, I'm going to get the first down anyway, and out he goes to the 48-yard line. That's the 7th play of this drive. Game is tied at 7. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the opening quarter.
And Dick, that is a really good 3-yard run. You know, sometimes you say, hey guys, you can't wait to see that 40-yard run or that 50-yard play, but when you have a 3rd and 2 in a situation like that, for your running back to be able to power through and pick up just enough for the first down, I mean, that is a very good run, strong run by Kevin Falk.
He's not tall, but he's a powerful 192. Tyler aims it to his tight end, Kipps, and he's to the Irish 45-yard line. And with that brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, 2nd catch for the tight end Kipps. Their starting tight end, Joe DiMaggio, unable to play.
How do you spell DiMaggio?
I'm not exactly sure, but where is he going?
D-O-M-I-N-G-E-A-U-X. Just good news that the real Joe DiMaggio, the great Yankee Clippers, feeling okay down in Florida, recovering from pneumonia. Benny Gilbo.
Better E-A-U-X, Benny Gilbo.
To the 41-yard line, it'll be a first down. Jim Gray has a report.
All right, Dick, Benny Gilbo has hyperextended his left knee. It's the same knee that he injured earlier in the year. He has a brace on it. He's going to try and see if he can loosen it up and come back to the game. He's hopeful to return, and the doctors say if he can get it loose, they won't prevent him from returning. Dick?
Thank you. The senior from Opelousas, Louisiana, Gilbo, and looks as if he wants to go back to work. Tony Driver replacing him at that safety spot. Driver with a lot of action this year, the sophomore from Louisville. Tyler, play action. He good runner. And he shows that talent as he dives to the 32-yard line, close to another first down. Antoine Jones, the tackle trailing the play, made the stop.
Good fake by Herb Tyler, and number 44, Grant Irons, really kind of was sucked in by that play. And Herb Tyler runs right around that right corner, had an opportunity to get the ball downfield, but a nice 8-yard pickup. There's Grant Irons, been injured some this year. They think he's going to be really a really good defensive end. They're going to try to move him to a defensive end next year from outside linebacker.
Benny Gilbo returns to the deep defense for the Irish. Second down and short. First down. And boy, he was leaping on the ground, but it's picked up by LSU. I believe they had whistled it dead anyway. First down for the Tigers at the Notre Dame 24.
Well, he is a perky runner, isn't he? I mean, he gets from 0 to 60 very, very quickly. We've seen some power at him. This is just a quick burst.
Good leg drive. Kyle Kipps, the freshman tight end, on the spot to recover the ball. This drive began way back at the 14-yard line after the blocked field goal. Tyler to the sideline, covered the Booty, and Booty inside the 15 near another first down as Brock Williams makes the tackle. And it's been a very determined, steady drive for LSU. And Tyler, just to remind fans of his rushing talent, has 23 rushing touchdowns. That's an LSU quarterback record.
This year, we talked about the kind of year Tyler's had. 16 touchdown passes, 7 rushing touchdowns, and then once again on the corner where he's more effective than he is in the pocket. Now, that was a smart play because he was trying to throw the curl. It was covered, dumps the ball out to Abram Booty.
First down at the Notre Dame 14th play of the drive. To the 6-yard line. As we approach the final seconds of the opening quarter. And this is an attack that is so diversified. You got to respect Tyler's arm and his rushing talent. And then you have Falk, where you just have to zero in on him.
Well, and not only is he a runner, but he's an awfully good pass receiver as well. 22 catches on the year and a very versatile guy. And right now with this drive, they're kind of out Notre Daming Notre Dame. Notre Dame is specialized in the long drive this season.
And that's the first quarter. It's tied at 7. Notre Dame, LSU will return after these words. Director John Gonzalez, producer David Michaels, to Kendrick, Pat Hayden. Jim Gray back at Notre Dame, 7-7 as former Notre Dame All-America Jerry Donardo, All-American 74 here with the Irish, has his team in position to take the lead. 2nd and 2 at the Irish 6-yard line. This has been a Notre Dame style drive. Signal as he was dragged at the 1-yard line.
That is a heck of a run by Kevin Falk, wasn't it? I mean, again, just a power run. We've seen quickness out of him. We've seen him run, outrun guys on the outside. We've seen a couple of power runs. There was definitely some confusion on the handoff, but breaks one tackle, then tries to run through Benny Gilbo and almost gets the ball in the end zone. But that's a heck of a run. He does pick up the first down.
Now, his reputation in his early years at LSU, he's a nifty runner, quick, a darter, but the last year or so, he's shown he can be aggressive as well. The NFL scouts certainly like that. Easy score for LSU as the Tigers take the lead.
For the LSU touchdown.
Just a terrific drive. 15 plays on the drive, very patient. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw a reverse to a wide receiver. We saw Herb Tyler roll out, hit his receivers, Abram Booty, and a lot of Kevin Falk.
86 yards in 15 plays. There's the extra point from Christian Chauvin. That is the 8th missed extra point this year for LSU. And those can turn a game as well.
And they squandered a 9th extra point. And that is actually the fourth extra point that was blocked.
But nothing wrong with Kevin Falk on that drive. And the man who powered the Tigers downfield accepts the 6 on the touchdown as he scores for the 11th time this year. Back Pat Hayden and Brock Williams, Jimmy Friday close, but did either get a piece of it?
Well, you're going to get push inside and really hard rush on the outside by Brock Williams. And again, LSU has had an awful lot of difficulty. I think it's actually Brock Williams, 38, who gets his left hand on the ball, but tips it away. And LSU has really struggled in the extra point field goal department.
Well, against Alabama 2 weeks ago in the last game, first half, watch this, 3 kicks, 2 field goals, and an extra point. Here's the extra point. 1 off one crossbar, 1 off another, and then another field goal hits the crossbar. 2 uprights and a crossbar in a half. And if you sent your kickers out all day and said, you got to do that for me, and yet in 1 half between Danny Boyd and this man, Christian Chauvin, just Jerry Donato unable to find a kicker to put it through the post.
But it has been that kind of year. It's not just been an extra points and field goals. You know, defensive backs tip the ball instead of going to the ground, and a guy catches it, runs for a touchdown against him.
Solid kickoff by Danny Boyd, and this time Tony Driver will take it at the 20-yard line. Well, it's been one of the frustrations of Jerry Donato, 46-year-old head coach in his 4th year in Baton Rouge. He's really brought the victory spirit back to the state of Louisiana. 2 years ago, 10-2, tied for first the SEC West, and then they repeated the top spot tie last year, 9-3. One of their losses, of course, at home to Notre Dame, and then many felt around Louisiana, home cooking, that this was a team this year good enough to win a national championship. Just gut-wrenching is one of the words you hear associated with the losses this year. 3 of them in the final seconds. Jackson. And he gets 14 on first down.
A little different kind of runner than Kevin Falk. Kevin Falk is, he's going to go from 0 to 60 right now. But as you see, Audrey Denson kind of take his time and he finds a little hole. But he kind of dances and waits. Lead block there by good speed. Kind of has hits Joe Wesley, allows Audrey Denson to find his way around it. But different kinds of styles, but both very, very effective.
Credit Tim Ritter, the senior guard as well from Omaha, Nebraska, with a 2-block on the pole. First down Irish trailing 13-7, and time is called. A timeout by Notre Dame. Appeared that Bobby Brown, the wide receiver, called it. Bob Davies Irish have used the 2nd of 3 timeouts allotted this half. Just into the 2nd quarter, LSU leading 13-7. So much at stake today. Notre Dame, Indiana. LSU needing a win today and at Arkansas to entertain bowl invitations, and Notre Dame trying to finish out 10-1 and go for something really big. Jarious Jackson leads the rush. And tackled out at the 35-yard line with Jarvis Green. It's not a sack as Jackson does pick up a yard, maybe 2. Well, the elite of career rushers in the college ranks featured here on the turf at Notre Dame. Ricky Williams at Texas, and Denvis Manns, New Mexico State. Ron Dane, the big man from Wisconsin. Then Falk and Denson, 4 and 5. The list of leading career rushers.
The consistency we talked about, I think it's the most critical thing for an athlete. And both of them had 3 straight years over 1,000 yards, and coming to the game they were equal. And looks like today's stats are pretty close.
44 to 42. Jackson dumps it off.
Jarious Jackson, and in this Irish offense. At the beginning of this year, it was all Audrey Denson, and then they added a little bit of, Jabari Holloway, then Malcolm Johnson, then the fullback position, and now they've got the ingredients of a pretty good offense. Everything's in the mixing bowl. They mixed it up pretty well.
He didn't have that touch early against Michigan State. He was gunning the ball, throwing a lot of balls too high. Jackson indeed has improved his game totally. First down at the 49. Into LSU territory at the 45-yard line. Some of the Irish fans thought a hit out of bounds, but it looked as if Davis got to him right on the sidelines.
And Tim Ritter, number 7, you mentioned him a little bit earlier, Dick, one of the offensive linemen from Notre Dame. And anytime you have a running back like Autry Denson, they have the kind of year careers that your offensive linemen are doing their job. And Tim Ritter, one of the seniors on this offensive line, another great lead block for Autry Denson.
Well, the officials apparently...
Foul is a dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds by the defense. The penalty will be 15 yards from the out of bounds spot, followed by first down.
And second time we've seen the pitch off the option. Don't see it much from Notre Dame.
Yeah, he was out of bounds.
Yeah,
step out, but
I'm not sure that's worth the flag, to be perfectly honest.
They let a lot of those go. But Davis is ticketed, and the Irish have a first down at the Tiger 30. Early in the second quarter, 13-7 LSU. And he hit hard at the 28-yard line. Mark Roman coming up to make the tackle, and he is of star quality. Aaron Adams helped out.
Well, Anthony McFarland, Booger McFarland, number 94, is a guy that Bob Davis said we have to be able to take care of him. That's one of my biggest concerns. And here's how you do it. You have one guy hit him, then you have another guy kind of grab him, tackle him, another guy fall on him. But he is so quick, Booger McFarland, off the ball. That first step of his is absolutely deadly.
Got the nickname from his mother when he was a little booger, as she put it. His sister was Treetop, and his brother, too, a catfish. Trying to weave his way through heavy traffic, and Roman is there again for LSU. No gain.
You know, we talk about McFarland's his first step. Sometimes he can run right by a guy. You see against Mike Gandy, number 69. And a good move there by Autry Denson in close space. I mean, it looked like McFarland was going to tackle him, but Autry Denson in a real tight area put a good little move on McFarland.
But it's a yard loss for Denson, 3rd and 9. Joey Getherall comes in at wide receivers to the top of the screen. Jackson.
Right here on the 3-receiver side. His well-thrown ball by Jarious Jackson drills the ball, battles the heat of the ball and the sunlight as well to make a good catch. You have to throw that ball hard, otherwise Mark Roman's going to be able to make the play.
First and goal for the Irish, trailing by 6. This season, and now back in that starting lineup.
Well, you know who else is there to make the play and has been around all day today is Joe Wesley, number 48. We called his number a couple of times. He's one of those guys who is a try-hard guy with speed, which is kind of unusual. Sometimes you have guys who try hard who don't have a lot of speed. Then you have speed guys who don't try hard. But in Joe Wesley, you have a guy that has speed and does play hard every play.
48 Wesley led the team in tackles a year ago and leads again this year. As a security guard at the University of New Orleans, he said, I had to behave. Here comes Jackson on the option. He kicks and drives to the 3. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Who but Mark Roman to make another tackle. Clarence LeBlanc in there as well.
You like saying that name, don't you? Clarence LeBlanc.
You got to swallow the seed. They told us that down in Baton Rouge.
Well, Jarious Jackson started this play as a quarterback, but then turned into a halfback, and at the end he's going to turn into a fullback. Right there, as he tries to run through 3 Tiger defenders.
Big play, 3rd and goal. 10th play of the drive. Malcolm Johnson. Fisher and Gibbons at halfbacks. Save a possible field goal. That one could have been up for grabs.
Yeah, that was a poor decision that time by Jarious Jackson. Really tried to force it as he slipped. I've seen 3 or 4 different players slip today. pinching the ball with his left hand. He was lucky he got away with that one.
You could almost have called his knee down.
Yeah. It was old Booger McFarland in there raising havoc.
That was an excellent play by Gibbons to save. Sanson for the field goal try, 27 yards. His last was blocked. This one is no good. He just missed to the left. So Sanson, who had made 5 in a row, missed only 2 all season, has 1 block from 43 and misses a makeable 27-yard attempt. So that a frustrating drive for Notre Dame. First and goal at the 8-yard line and unable to score. Former Notre Damer Jerry DiNardo sees his team still in front by 6. Welcome back to Notre Dame. The LSU Tigers have stopped the Irish again as Jim Sanson misses from 27.
Watch off the corner here, Herb Tyler, number 19, nearly gets a piece of that. And it may have actually rushed him a little bit.
He's coming with a chance at the block. So missed extra point for LSU. Interception return for a touchdown. Notre Dame has had a field goal blocked and then a 27-yard miss. The Tigers from Baton Rouge leading and have the ball at the 20. Falk hiding behind his blockers. Picked up by 53. Lamont Bryant. Touchdown Notre Dame. Point touchdown, his first in 4 years with the Irish. And there Kevin Falk tried to do too much.
And hasn't Lamont Bryant come on the last few games for the Irish?
Now Sanson in this fade. He connects and it's Notre Dame 14, LSU 13. Each team with a defensive touchdown in this opening half. Georgetown, South Carolina. The senior in the midst of 3 or 4 Irish pulling the ball away. There's Bobby Howard.
He's number 53 down here. But you're right. The key thing is there's always a bunch of guys around the ball. And you game tackle, things happen.
And Bryant was the man who ripped it free.
Ripped it free, tosses it up in the air, and it shows some pretty good speed. I bet you he was a high school fullback. It's just my guess, the way he was running.
Reconstructive knee surgery last year.
Yeah, watch him down here. Again, see how many blue jerseys are on. He fights off the block. Okay, 4 or 5 blue jerseys. Then he strips the ball. And then athletic enough to dribble it and pick it up on the first bounce and get in the end zone.
Rolled a 13-yard return, fumble for the touchdown. And this game has had plenty of action both sides of the ball. You're not necessarily in command when you have the pumpkin. As Bryant able to rip it free from the All-America candidate Kevin Falk, and you can almost see what Falk's saying to himself. Now kick it to me. Yeah. Give me a chance. Watch me now.
Yeah, well, what Bob Davies said, we're not going to kick it to him. We'll maybe punt it to him, but we don't want to kick him the ball. But Rondell Mealy, number 7, the other kick returner, is not bad himself.
Smith sends it deep. Returnable. And it's Falk at the 12. He has blockers. 40, 50, stumbles. And that could cost him the touchdown. Smith, can he catch him? No! How about that for an answer, Kevin Falk? Oh, my!
And what did Bob Davies say to us yesterday? We're not going to kick him the ball. He said we punt it to him, but we're not going to kick it to him.
That's why he has been the all-time, all-purpose yardage maker in the history of the Southeastern Conference, and they've had some great ones. Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, and on, but Falk has more yards than any of them, and it's because he can gain from anywhere, anytime.
He is not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but in my mind, this guy deserves some credit, some thought by Heisman Trophy winners as an all-around player. as a punt returner, as a kick returner, as a receiver, and as a running back. And now they're going to call a timeout as they try to set up for a 2-point play.
At this point, Jerry DiNardo figuring that they've missed an extra point. They're trying to get back on the even 7. Let's see. Falk gets it at about the 12-yard line.
But again, it was kicked real high. The thought was the coverage could still tackle him if he kicked it real high. But Mealy blocks the kicker. And again, I think it's a mistake. You just don't take this chance with a guy like Kevin Falk and his capability.
Now, if I were a scout looking at this young man, what impresses me, he takes it here, there'll be an 88-yard touchdown. A man stumbles at midfield with 3 Irish only a step behind, right in here, and yet has the speed. He's out and then still takes off again and outruns it.
Yeah, and you got some DBs here. One Ty Goodis, number 24, is the defensive back.
Boy, you could see it in his eyes. Give me the chance, and did he come through for LSU and for himself? That erases the fumble in a big hurry.
Well, you know, it's funny. You mentioned it. You could read it in his eyes, just as he was saying, "Give me a chance. Give me a chance." Because a lot of people kick the ball away from him, both as a punt returner and as a kick returner. Now, again, they're set up for a 2-point play.
Don't be surprised if he doesn't get it again. Falk is an excellent receiver. So they go for the 2-pointer, leading now 19-14. A game of huge plays, and a game of that importance. DiNardo himself admitted a huge game for his Tigers.
Herb Tyler for the 2-point conversion.
Call by Morris Watts, the offensive coordinator.
Three
receivers to the left, including Kevin Falk, and come back to the right side with Herb Tyler.
LSU 21, Notre Dame 14. As Tyler, the somewhat diminutive quarterback, but he's carries 200 pounds, and like Jackson has good power, drives into the end zone, and the Tigers build their lead to 7. All right, thanks, Dan, and of course Jim Gray with us. You were watching Bob Davie after that touchdown return by Falk. Jim?
Dickey went to every group, offense, defense, and special teams. He said, hey, guys, let's not let one play deter what we're doing out here. Don't get your heads down. One play is not going to beat us today, guys. Get over it. Dick?
All right, Jim, in the last 15 seconds, LSU has scored 7, and that one goes inbounds. It would appear that Notre Dame, and another late flag, might have been a face mask as the tackle was delivered. And while the officials sorted out, let's just duck in the fact that to show you the greatness of Kevin Falk, he needs only 14 more all-purpose yards today, and certainly if he stays healthy, he'll get that. He'll pass Tony Dorsett. 5th all-time is Dorsett currently. Davie and DiNardo. Both collegians in the same era. You played against DiNardo.
They won a national championship in 1973. You know, we were talking to Jerry DiNardo this week when we went down to Baton Rouge and asked him about his memories of his time here at Notre Dame. He said, remember the losses. They didn't have any losses. The losses more than anything else.
Foul was an illegal block in the back by the returning team. The penalty will be half the distance to the goal, followed by first down.
That means Notre Dame will start inside the 5.
Again, you know, a really important series right now for Jarious Jackson and this Irish team. I mean, you know, you hope it's not a knockout punch when a guy returns a touchdown 88 yards against you, but they've been a very resilient team this season.
Denson 5 to the 9-yard line. Well, Justin Falk electrifying this crowd with that kickoff return, a touchdown, and many of the Notre Dame players weren't born the last time an opposing player returned a kickoff for a touchdown against the Irish. Eddie Lee Ivory, Georgia Tech, in 1977 took one 97 yards.
Incredible memory you have. Just
that's 21 years. Jackson with and the throw.
Yeah, that's one that Jarious Jackson may have been able to run. Very patient in the pocket, and sometimes he waits a little too long. Maybe that was one on a 2nd and 5 situation down in your end of the field where you run and pick up as much as you can. Give yourself a 3rd and short.
You weren't with us earlier. Bob Davie indicating that he'll do everything he can to help Jarious Jackson to stay for a 5th year. He has to apply to the university. It's a university decision, and of course Jarious Jackson's. But after having a full year as a starting quarterback, how good might he be next year? And 6. The tight end seems to be open every play. First down at the 42.
The Irish 3 times have gone right down the seam, the middle, the heart of the LSU defense, and 3 times they come up with big plays. Here he is, Holloway, number 87. Twice it was to Bobby Brown, the wide receiver. This time the tight end. You know, a big target with some speed, a drill ball. You can't loft that ball too much. The calmness in the pocket. Great pass protection. Great window to the tight end. A big lane there to find Jabari Holloway.
Nice job. Camera work there. You really had a feeling of being in that play. Jackson on the option. Keeps. Gets a couple maybe as Anthony Booger McFarland in on another tackle. This 4-year starter is articulate, likable, unless you're playing against him.
Yeah, you always start with the double team.
He's the prototype nose guard, isn't he?
He was really happy they brought a super Walmart into his hometown. Remember, he was excited about that?
He said we got traffic lights and a super Walmart in Winsboro, Louisiana. He's not a bad cook. He invited us to come and have some black-eyed peas and some greens and maybe how about barbecue?
Yeah. You got your eyes lit up.
In that part of the country, it's always good. Great job by the defense of LSU. Clarence LeBlanc finally bumping him out of bounds.
Well, you're right. Clarence LeBlanc was terrific. Strong safety, played real close to the line of scrimmage, and he is one man that is hard to block. Call against the Irish. Well, the Irish haven't really hurt themselves much this year. Haven't turned the ball over a lot. They don't get sacked and a lot of penalties. But this LSU team has caused them to have more errors than we've seen most of this season for the Irish.
It will appear that LSU will take the penalty.
Foul was holding, but the offense, the penalty will be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, followed by 2nd down.
Ball, 35.
We'll have a look at the hold. I think it was number 98. Miller gets held right there. Yep. By Joey Goodspeed.
17.
LeBlanc, number 18, just kind of refuses to be blocked. Kind of strings out Audrey Denson.
Penalty to the 35 will bring up 2nd down and 17, although the scoreboard shows 1st down.
Bobby Brown.
Well, you know, it really is unusual for a team who rushes the passer as well as LSU does to be as porous in the pass defense. They've really been porous down the middle today. Bobby Brown open there down the middle again. Should have caught that ball. That would have been the 4th catch right in the heart of the defense.
He knew Roman was going to sock it.
Right as Campbell.
Only I hadn't flunked left.
I knew, but it's difficult.
3rd and 17. Scoreboard still showing 2nd down. That's amazing. 2 men were over there all alone. 26-yard play.
The amazing thing to me, there's nobody a big old cushion here. That is Rakai Nelson. And then there's going to be a crossing route run by Malcolm Johnson. And that is just too large a cushion.
You saw Malcolm Johnson. He was the closest defender. He almost got in the way of Nelson. 1st down on 3rd.
Jarious Jackson.
To the 32-yard line and a gain of 5 on first down.
Rosenthal and Ritter and Pettigrew, Miranda, Andy, that offensive line again grinding away just as Autry Denson likes to grind. These guys up here have had a 1,000-yard year themselves.
And both Pettigrew and Rosenthal, the two senior tackles, both figured to go fairly high in the upcoming NFL draft. Denson, boom, hit hard.
Jensen.
Joe Wesley spearheading the defensive charge with help from Aaron Adams. Well, last year when the Irish played at LSU, then number 11 ranked Tigers, Notre Dame did not commit a turnover, and there was not a single penalty called against Notre Dame. It never happened in Notre Dame history. Jerry Donato kind of rolled his eyes as he let us know that he knew that. But that was Big Ten officials. He has the Southeastern Conference officials here today. Long three. Good thing. That was a fairly tough catch, a little low.
Pass intended for Joey Goodspeed.
Wide open like that, it's a tough throw for a quarterback. I mean, it sounds ridiculous because you're trying to just delay the ball in there, but Joey Goodspeed would have run for 25, 30 yards, maybe score on this catch. He was that wide open. It was a great call. Watch, he's number 45. Watch how open he gets over here in the right flat.
And
just could not hang on to it. He had a lot of room to run.
Well, after missing 2 field goals, 1 block, 1 miss, Bob Davie says go for it, 4th and 3. LSU comes up, 11 men are within 2 yards of the ball. Blitz out, the throw. Together all unable to turn, and LSU takes over on downs. And it was Booger McFarland with penetration again for Jerry Donato's Tigers.
The first step of Booger McFarland. And LeBlanc there as well. No chance for Jarious Jackson as LSU continues to lead by 7.
Welcome back. It's been a defense of LSU that's frustrated Notre Dame. 3 drives by the Irish. Long drives have led to 2 missed field goals, and now taking over on downs on the 4th and 3 incomplete pass. LSU at the 32. Tyler skips away from Myers. Foster tackled immediately by Brock Williams. Gain about 5. And NBC premiere tomorrow night. Central. Isn't that what they used to yell when you were playing quarterback with the Rams?
Shorty!
I know the Vikings say that all the time.
They usually did.
On 2nd down, Tyler fires complete. First down out to the 48-yard line.
This Larry Foster, 22, is very good after the catch. 44 catches coming in here, 4 touchdown catches, and turns into a running back. A couple of straight passes. Big game against Alabama a couple of weeks ago when he caught 7.
Starter since a freshman. He's from Harvey, Louisiana.
You love it as a quarterback. You can get those 5- and 6-yard passes, and those wide receivers turn into 30- and 40-yard gains, and that's the kind of player Larry Foster is.
Tyler showing a quick arm on that throw. Now it's Falk. And we see Kevin Falk again as he drives to the 45-yard line. Bobby Howard makes the stop.
Versatile and consistent. Kevin Falk. We've seen some versatility today at the 88-yard kickoff return. We've seen him run the ball and catch the ball particularly well, too.
Remember, we asked him, what are your nicknames? Someone as good as you must have a nickname. He said, well, they're calling me Quick 6 now. Boy, is that appropriate on that kickoff return. Quick 6 Falk. 2nd and 3. Related to Marshall Falk. Down the road with the Indianapolis Colts. And a first down to the 41-yard line, and he's got to be close to going by the number 5 spot all time. That's in all-purpose yards.
Jerry DiNardo, Kevin Falk was the first guy DiNardo recruited, and he said, boosted our program 2 different times. One when he came to LSU, and the second time when he decided to stay for his senior year.
Many thought he'd go to the NFL last year after his junior season. Fake to Falk. And Corey Minor with a sack back at the 47-yard line.
last year in sacks as well. Corey Minor has battled through some injuries this year. Right off the top here. And a hustling Corey Minor off the corner. And you mentioned his last game here, wanted to be remembered. He was almost emotional about it as we spoke to him yesterday. A very good 4-year career as a starter.
Mission Abad High School in Southern California. His mother, an athlete, a sprinter, big fan. Minor with a sack and forces the timeout with 2:19 left before the intermission. Quite a first half. Well, it's been a topsy-turvy first half. Interception for a touchdown, fumble return for a touchdown, kickoff return for a touchdown, and LSU 21-14 has the ball with 2:19 remaining before the half at the 47 of Notre Dame, second down 16. Kevin Falk lined up behind Herb Tyler. Down at the 45-yard line. In on that tackle. Well, with the yardage, Kevin Falk now has indeed gone into the number 5 spot all-time in all-purpose yards ahead of Tony Dorsett. And if you're going to mark your greatness in this collegiate game, that's not a bad man to erase from the number 5 spot. Third down, 14. The 2 corners converge on Foster. Fourth down, the punter comes on for LSU. Corey Gibbs. No, it's going to be Jeremy Witten. He's the pooch punter.
Well, Herb Tyler probably didn't hear too much clicking on this pass. He threw that one into a lot of blue jerseys, and he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The overall stance at the 10 is this is his role to just kick the short ones. Did it last year. Hangs it high. Just lands on the goal line into the end zone, and the touchback for Notre Dame. 45-20 on the net. And the Irish have 129 to strike back at that 7-point LSU lead. Jarious Jackson, quarterback of Notre Dame. Look into his eyes after his 3 years behind Ron Paulus. He has earned his chance this year and has delivered. And now with 129 remaining and only 1 timeout. Remember, the Irish had to use one of those timeouts second play of the game because of an equipment problem. Their knee pad's not covered. Jackson throws to the side. Too tall. Robert Davis on the coverage for LSU.
This is he slipped again. Jarious Jackson slipped once again. I've seen, I don't know, 4 or 5 different guys slip, and he had Jabari Holloway open. But you see the calmness about him. The one thing, this team has been resilient. They've been in situations like that, like this a lot this year, behind, particularly late in the game. And the calmness, I think, of Jarious Jackson rubs off on his teammates.
6 for 12 passing in this first half. 163 yards. Some big plays. Bobby Brown and Highway on the primary targets. Raw and Williams, number 93, in front of a linebacker spot to make the tackle.
And LSU will use their last timeout. 1:12 remaining. They're hoping they can force a punt. Theo Williams, a guy we said generally a good run stuffer. But once he hit Jarious Jackson, knocked the ball away on a pass play. This time he stops Autry Denson on a draw. And Autry Denson, his favorite play, the play he runs best is that draw, but Theo Williams just kind of fighting through some traffic.
As the game has developed, Pat, LSU has really defended Denson well.
Deep pass down the middle, but this is a talented LSU team.
I know right afterwards, one of your favorites coming up, celebrate the 10th anniversary with us of Hoop It Up, watch the world's best 3-on-3 players challenge NBA stars of yesterday and WNBA stars of today, featuring Cynthia Cooper. Unheralded playground stars against the Browns.
5 points a game.
There you go. As LSU calls time, it's an indication Donardo feels that you force 3rd and long, Notre Dame to throw the ball. And if it's incomplete, then you've got a minute to probably to try to drive down and add your lead of a touchdown.
Donardo said to us this week, coaches have been the biggest influence of his life. He talked to us about Ara Parsegan, said, about Ara, he was always in control and under control.
And also very emotional. I asked him, are you emotional? He said, I'm a mess.
3rd and 16 at the 14.
And this is a big game for his Tigers. So 3rd down, Jackson. Tigers have no timeouts left, so the clock will run here, and I'm sure Bob Davies' kicking team will spend as much as they can.
Well, they better not punt it to Kevin Falk. I would punt this ball out of bounds. I would not give Kevin Falk an opportunity.
Smith comes on, and Falk, number 3, back inside the 30 of LSU. 40 seconds left in the half. They get to him. Kevin Falk as Bobby Howard downfield to make the tackle for the Irish on a 48-yard punt. Also went on the play for Notre Dame, Justin Mako.
Well, LSU with no timeouts and just 15 seconds. And remember, not necessarily a real strong kicking game, so you have to think if they're going to give themselves a chance, they throw the ball downfield. And at 4 and 5, I think you worry about these kind of teams taking all kinds of chances.
Now let's see what this talented quarterback, Tyler, New Orleans. Father of 2, Marshall Falk also has 2 children. Out of bounds at the Irish 46-yard line. 6 seconds, time for a long pass to the end zone. Booty, whose brother Josh Booty was one of the most highly recruited quarterbacks out of high school, elected to sign a $1 million contract with the Florida Marlins. We just read that the Marlins are not going to keep him on the 40-man Major League roster. So we're down in Baton Rouge as Josh might try out for the NFL without playing college ball. Here it comes, the last play of the half. And hit from behind and complete is the ball. It was Corey Minor. With 1 second left, unfortunately for the Irish, they hit too soon because now Tyler will get another chance to gun it toward the end zone.
Yeah, all he's trying to do is throw that pass that looks like a punt. Maybe gets tipped around, but he was number 4. Corey Miners had a sack in his first half. Fights off the block of Kevin Falk to tip the ball of Tyler. Again, he's just trying to throw a punt down there that maybe one of his guys run under.
So Booty and Foster to the left, and Robinson, the other receiver, to the right, and another play forces the fumble. At the end of this first half, and what a half it was. And Minor is making a statement in his senior finale at home. Let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you, Dick. Bob, yesterday you told us you weren't going to kick to Kevin Falk, and then today you did. Why'd you change your mind?
Well, I talked to Hunter Smith right before the kickoff, and he had the wind at his back. He felt confident he could kick it out, but that's not the reason. The reason we just didn't get out and cover very good. It's a decision we made. You know, the kicking game's hurting us right now. We've had a blocked field goal, a missed field goal, and then the big return by Kevin Falk. This is a heck of a football game. We have to play better and execute better in the second half.
3 long drives, no points. I'm sure that's disappointing.
No question. We haven't taken advantage of our opportunities, but there's a half of football left, and we're going to play better in this second half, Jim.
Thanks, Bob. Good luck in the second half.
All right, upstairs to you, Dick. All right, Jim, and of course, Bob Davey, well aware that third quarter has been by far the best for his Irish all season long. Up next, Dan Hicks in our New York studio. Sun America halftime report. What a day in football. Stay tuned for all the scores coming up after a message from Notre Dame and LSU. Jim Gray at 4 and 5. You can imagine there's some sensitivity there for DiNardo. The fact that he's a former Irish All-American really matters little to him. He needs this win today. Big opportunity.
And do you think the Irish will kick to Kevin Falk this time? I would be surprised if this ball goes to number 3.
Well, he's got Mealy on the far side, Falk on the near side. 88-yard touchdown return by Falk in the first half, and they're going to kick this one high toward the sidelines at the 28-yard line. And indeed, they kept it well away from Falk, but it gives LSU good field position as Kendall Cleveland takes it out across the 35-yard line. Well, as Herb Tyler gets ready to come on, here are the first half numbers. Plenty of yardage, but look at Notre Dame's total yards compared to LSU and still trails by 7.
68 early productive in terms of yardage, but you know the kickoff return, the interception return.
Tyler starts from his 36. To Falk, hitting the backfield, can't bring him down. It was Brad Williams, a 288-pound junior tackle, could not bring Falk down in the backfield. Well, the third quarter, we mentioned this by far has been the most productive period on the season, and look at that, 81 points for, only 3 allowed. The rest of the quarter is basically even, and they'll need to follow that pattern to challenge the lead of LSU. The draw, or the option by Tyler, and he's out across the 40-yard line. Bring up about 3rd and 5 as Bobby Howard and Lance Legree collaborate on the tackle.
Bobby Howard seems to make a lot of tackles every week for Notre Dame. And a guy, we were talking to Brock Williams earlier this week and said, hey, my MVP, if I had a vote, would be for Bobby Howard. So this is a guy that leads by his play. He doesn't say much. He's kind of a quiet guy, but boy, is he tough in a huddle.
Solid student, over a 3-point average. Tyler on 3rd down has to hurry his throw. Johnston is open, intercepted. Johnny Sanders has his 3rd of the year.
Dick, it started with a rush. I mean, Herb Tyler didn't have his feet underneath him to throw that pass. He kind of threw it up in the air because he couldn't really get through it. And then Johnny Sanders, the free safety, an upfield rush. I think it was Corey Minor, number 4, again, who's had a terrific game thus far. So Tyler couldn't finish the throw. And then Sanders, number 5. You know, every week it's been somebody different for the Irish that makes a big play.
And Sanders out of bounds at the Notre Dame 35. A big play early here in the 3rd. Denson on a toss. Ripped down at the 40-yard line by Arnold Miller, the linebacker. A gain of 5. Jim?
All right, Dick, Autry Denson just ran the ball right there. You saw him holding the ball in his right hand. That's because he sprained his left pinky. They have taped his left pinky and his next finger together. He's having trouble holding the ball in his left hand, and he likes to hold it in his left hand, but he's going to continue. Watch for them to run a little bit more right. Dick?
All right, thank you, Jim. It seems like a minor injury, but so critical. Want to cough it up. 2nd down and 5. Play action. Tipped away and complete by Aaron Adams. Adams, a solid game today as a starter. Jamal Hill had been starting, and Adams getting the call today, delivering well.
Aaron Adams, number 37, is a guy who's been good in the run and in the passing game today and this season for the Tigers.
So 3rd down 5, Notre Dame. Malcolm Johnson to the right. They put Autry Denson on the wing left. Jarious to throw. Johnson, 1st down, LSU 45. Malcolm Johnson, Fred Booker, the tackler.
Well, good call against man-for-man defense. One of those crossing routes, Dick. You know, and Malcolm Johnson had Fred Booker one-on-one. He was kind of trailing him the whole way. And as you cross, you have a chance to run away from the defender. The great pass protection for Jackson. That window opens up for him to find Johnson. Good adjustment by Johnson. And a good call against that man for man.
15 yards on the play. First catch for Johnson, who has 38 on the season to lead the Irish. Jackson keeps 30, Jackson 10, down at the 9. 36 yards for the Notre Dame quarterback.
Audrey Denson may be their best runner, but I think Jarious Jackson not only is a close second, I think the team feeds off him and his emotion. Again, this is a powerful one. Good lead block by Jamie Spencer. And then he just runs right through the tackle of Robert Davis, number 9.
Well, look at that Mark Roman come charging through to make that, and Clarence LeBlanc. Those two safeties are players. First and goal, Notre Dame from the 9. Audrey Denson plows to the 3. LeBlanc and Smith with the tackle.
As Jim Gray mentioned, carrying the ball in his right hand. Again, Audrey Denson has been a guy that does not fumble the ball much, but he's fumbled the ball twice this year and very sensitive about it. And that left hand, as Jim reported, is hurting, and second time in a row, he has carried that ball in his right hand.
Most consecutive games rushing for a touchdown. Denson just 2 shy of Jerome Bettis' mark here at Notre Dame, looking for 11 straight. Second and goal. He gets it. Touchdown! Audrey Denson. Interception by Johnny Sanders, and the Irish go 65 yards in a hurry with a chance to tie the score. Audrey Denson, the payoff from 3 yards. Now Sanson to tie it. Blocked! And LSU had 3 big plays on placements. 2 blocks, and then the miss by Sanson, and LSU retains the lead 21-20. And Jerry DiNardo must know how this feels. This is what's been happening to his team all year.
Absolutely great lead block by Mike Rosenthal, their strong tackle. And then the missed extra point.
Looks like Arnold Miller again up the middle. You've got to get it up high. Might have been Johnny Mitchell, the tackle. We'll be right back. Band celebrating the touchdown, but Bob Davie on the sidelines bemoaning the result on the extra point try. 21-20, LSU maintains the lead.
Well, while LSU has missed 8 extra points this year, their opponents have missed 7. It's been wild on extra points.
And now the ever dangerous Kevin Falk positions himself inside the 15. Rondale Mealy on the far side. Last time, Smith kicked short to the right. Same pattern. Kendall Cleveland. And the tackle made in about the same spot, the 32-yard line. Almost an Irish player there before the ball came down.
Well, you can't call a fair catch, and you know LSU gets those kinds of kicks a lot because of Kevin Falk, and you wonder whether Cleveland should have called the fair catch, but. You know, again, talking to Jerry DiNardo, he's saying, hey, we get that so much, we work on those short kicks, and we're trying to get them returned.
And the Leprechaun doing his 20 push-ups.
Don't try that.
With 11:40 left in the third. Fullback Banks in motion, and Tyler to throw long, has open Booty. First down at the Notre Dame 38-yard line. Abram Booty wide open. The sophomore from Shreveport, 30 yards on the play.
Heck of a throw by Herb Tyler. I mean, the guy can throw the ball with touch and drill it in there when he has to. The only thing about the Booty here, I thought perhaps he could have caught this maybe and kept his feet and cut back inside. But it looked like maybe he's fallen away from the ball. Yeah, he's kind of fallen away from it. But a really good throw by Herb Tyler. A drill shot.
That Booty, quite a receiver, 35 catches as a freshman, had 44 coming into today's game. Tyler wrapped up by Bobby Howard.
You know, Booty, you talking about him, only a sophomore, but 4 games of 100 yards receiving already.
Tyler. He has played big. He's not very tall as a quarterback. In fact, Jerry Donato said that sometimes he's more effective. We can roll him out, see those passing lanes. But he's a good runner as well. So when he does roll, you got to respect the run threat.
Yeah, and really poised and calm, just like Jarious Jackson.
2nd and 9. Booty again has the first down, it would appear, at the 27. Tyler, whose father, John Aguiar, passed away this last April, and he carries his initials on his wristband. Also has a tattoo up higher on the right arm of memory to his father. Using that wristband, sometimes a play signaled in by number. Tigers on the prowl here, leading 21-20. Tyler pumps and then goes to the end zone for Booty. Touchdown as he beat Brock Williams.
And I think the Irish are calling for an offensive pass interference, but it was a good adjustment by Abram Booty. Herb Tyler kind of slipped when he threw the ball, didn't get a lot on it, Dick. But Abram Booty just kind of slid away from his defender.
27-yard touchdown. Here's the delivery.
Yeah, this guy, Herb Tyler, really has been impressive. And on this drive, so is Abram Booty.
Now the try for point. Christian Chauvin has it blocked. They can take this for 2, but it is denied.
I've never seen anything like this. You know, they've had 2 blocked extra points returned for a 2-point plays against them this year.
So it remains a 7-point differential, 27-20, and the game might be titled, "Can anyone make an extra point?"
And I think it was Brock Williams again.
Yeah, just like Falk answered his fumble with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Williams beat by Booty on this play, able to drive through and at least deny the extra point. But Abram Booty's 4th touchdown catch of the year has given LSU a 27-20 lead. We're back, and Pat Hayden, Booty might have gotten a break on this touchdown.
Well, we thought maybe first he pushed off, but I don't think just kind of moving and shaking. But the ball may have been trapped. Watch right there. I think he came down on the ball, and it looked like a trap rather than the catch. The official on the other side would have had to call it.
Well, that ball is out. He did not have control. Hits the ground, and then he grabs it.
Yeah, I think that was a trap ball.
So a break for Jerry Donato's LSU Tigers. They have not gotten many this year.
No, they sure haven't, boy.
There's Booty, handsome young wide receiver, sophomore. He'll take the 6 with 10:21 left in the third. That's the first touchdown against the Irish all season in the third quarter. Tony Driver going the other way. 30, 40, fumble the ball, scramble. LSU recovers.
This game has had a little bit of everything and a lot of missed extra points. We've seen kickoff returns for touchdowns, and we've seen fumbles on kickoffs.
So Driver trying to squeeze every yard out of that return, has the ball knocked free as Aaron Adams and company able to knock it away, and it's LSU's ball at the Notre Dame 45, and it's Mark Roman again.
Oh, boy.
He forces the fumble. He has had a sensational game.
Yeah, absolutely. He is so strong around the ball. I mean, as a tackler and there on special teams.
Big chance for LSU, and they're going to go for something big on first down. No one down there except blue jerseys. Devon Harper, number 10.
So you're right. Mark Roman has had a sensational ball game. Interception for a touchdown, forced a fumble there. He's been really good in the tackling part of the game. They give up some big plays in the passing game, but boy, he has been solid around the ball.
Second and 10 at the 45, and the Irish defense looks up the scoreboard. 10 minutes left in the third, trailing by 7. Here comes Corey Minor, and Fogg runs right through the hole and down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 before Deke Cooper, 218-pound junior safety, can make the tackle. Cooper, the star of that Boston College win.
He, along with Bobby Howard and Jimmy Friday, Deke Cooper made the 4th down stop, but Howard made one on 2nd down, and Friday, I think, made one on 3rd down, set up to play by Cooper.
They go 2 tight ends, Jamal Pack and Kyle Kipps. Foster out to the right. Fullback Banks in the backfield, toss to Falk. The first down. He's inside the 35 to the 33. Cooper again makes the stop, but LSU gets another 4 downs.
Kevin Falk, looks so strong. I mean, he's one of those guys you feel like the more you feed him, the better chance you have of breaking that 30, 40, 50-yard run.
Well, one thing for certain, both coaches saying, don't get us in a field goal situation. Score it. I mean, keep it going. Yeah. We don't want any 4th and longs. Donardo and Davey can commiserate in the failures of the kicking game today. Reverse to Foster, gets away, gets a good block, and is able to salvage a no-gainer out of it. Back to the line of scrimmage. Lamont Bryant appeared to have a big loss, could not quite wrap up the wide receiver Foster.
Yeah, Lamont Bryant, who's had a pretty good game for the Irish. He's down here, number 53. And then Lewis Williams, number 70, is going to make a nice block on Devon Harper that'll allow at least Foster to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 10. Bryant Ruse, opportunity lost. Booty back in the game. He's way out to the right. Foster in the slot. Tyler. First down at the 20. And he drilled a bullet into Foster.
Wasn't that kind of clever? I mean, you remember in the old backyard, you used to fake and the guy used to jump up your front yard? Yeah, it's the quarterback. It's kind of what Herb Tyler did there. The defender went up in the air. Herb Tyler just kind of stepped around him and then drills the ball to his receiver. Clever little throwers, Herb Tyler.
Foster and Booty, the 2 wide receivers, both with 44 catches, continue to be very productive. Draw, and he's hammered after a gain of a couple. Oh, Notre Dame challenged by a very hungry LSU team, and the Tigers making a lot of big plays. Kickoff return touchdown, interception for a touchdown, blocking a field goal, blocking an extra point. When that many things go against the offense, it'll take something special for Notre Dame to come out on top, and Donardo knows it.
Yeah, they've been resilient this year, but as we said before, this is the kind of breaks that LSU has not gotten all year.
Had the fumble on the kickoff return. Tyler to the end zone. Oh, what a catch by Booty! Touchdown, LSU! Flag down in the end zone, but that certainly didn't appear to be against the receiver. That is a heck of a catch.
That is a heck of a catch by Abram Booty. Yeah, the touchdown stands. Really, really remarkable. A moment ago in this same end zone on the corner route. This time fakes the corner, goes to the post against Brock Williams, 2 guys who played in the high school all-star game together just a few years ago. And this they called a holding penalty against Brock Williams, which was declined after a sensational catch by Booty.
Extra point is good. Oh my, an extra point.
You've never given a no-line for an extra point, have you?
Danny Boyd knocks it through, and it's 34-20 as after the fumble on the kickoff return by Driver, LSU 45 yards, 7 plays, that man Booty, his 7th catch, 120 yards for Booty, 2 touchdowns.
Sophomore Abram Booty against sophomore Brock Williams, both from the state of Louisiana. Again, it was set up a while earlier by I don't think that was a trap ball. I thought he caught that ball as he rolled over. I thought the other one may have been trapped, but that looked like a clean.
Oh my goodness. Booty is not only an excellent receiver, he is quick.
Good actor.
Quick at scraping the ball off the ground. Booty actually on the instant replay has shown that both catches for touchdown should not have been allowed.
Well, let's take one more look at that theoretical catch.
18 yards, it'll go into the book. Has it there, bobbling. Oh.
I don't think that one hit the ground, Dick.
You don't think?
No, I thought the earlier one did.
Look at this angle. Ball is on the ground, I think. Depends on the angle. Tough call. We're watching it in slow motion. Tony Driver, will he make amends? Oh, boy. Takes a big hit. Another tackle on special teams for the Tigers. And now the challenge is defined for Jarious Jackson and the Notre Dame offense. They're down 2 touchdowns, 34-20, 7:54 left. Understand Jarvis Green out for LSU with back spasms, talented freshman pass rusher. And that's why we're seeing more of Theo Williams.
Well, the thing for Jarious Jackson, down by the 2 touchdowns, still plenty of time, and you can't rush yourself in this circumstance.
We talked about the powerhouse offense of LSU at the start, and they certainly have shown the fans of Notre Dame just that. Jackson throwing, complete to Malcolm Johnson, and Johnson with a first down out to the 39. LeBlanc, the tackler, with Booker.
Every quarterback I've known forever has always had a favorite guy, kind of a go-to guy, and Malcolm Johnson certainly has developed into that receiver, his dependable receiver for Jarious Jackson. Came in with 37 catches, and hustling guys. He has 2 for 2 today. He recovered a fumble as well.
Well, uncharacteristic of this Notre Dame team. They've hurt themselves today. They haven't all year. Interceptions, fumbles. Jackson, how did he get out of that? That's not a quarterback's move. That was dazzling. Jarious Jackson, what an offensive show by both sides.
Yeah,
24 yards on the scramble.
LSU always talks about Billy Cannon's punt return, their most spectacular play. This is a pretty spectacular play. Jarious Jackson. At times he's quarterback, at times he's halfback, at times he's a fullback.
And who else but Roman to stop another long play? First down at the LSU 37. Regardless of who you're pulling for today, this has been most entertaining football. Give to the fullback, a rarity in this game, and Jamie Spencer unable to buy much.
Oh, Booger.
Jamie said, I'd like one time to get the ball about 20, 25 times. The most has been 10 in a game. He's picked up 230 yards on the season.
A lot of fullbacks come to Notre Dame as highly recruited running backs from high school, as Jamie Spencer was. I mean, he used to carry the ball 25, 30 times a game in high school, and said he had to learn to become a fullback when he arrived. Learn how to block, learn how to catch.
And his cousin, distant cousin, Booger McFarland, made the tackle. On 2nd and 10. Quarterback draw. And this time Roman gets him again. He's all over the field.
Well, I wonder if LSU has a tip. I mean, twice they've run that quarterback draw. Twice Mark Roman has had a safety blitz on. I don't know whether it's coincidental or a good defensive call or a tip, but twice they tried that same play. And both times Mark Roman has blitzed and made the stop on Jarious Jackson.
There's a case. Jackson slipped again. He had open field to the right if he could have kept his footing. There's Luke Tepper, the former coach at University of Illinois, head coach. He and Donardo were assistants under Bill McCartney at Colorado. Longtime coaching colleagues. 3rd and 9. Down inside the 15 as they beat Fred Booker.
It's nice to complete situation as that was, Dick, should have been a touchdown. I mean, he put a little too much loft on that ball. Malcolm Johnson had his man beaten back. All he had to do was lay it out in front of him and catch it on the run rather than slow down. It's a touch. Still a good, good play.
Rayon Hill, an extra defensive back on the blitz, and Jabari Holloway, the tight end, wounded on the play, comes off for attention. So Dan O'Leary in a tight end for the Irish. First down. Give it to Denson. Trying to find a hole. None there. To the 11-yard line, where he's racked up by Damian Woods, backup cornerback, number 27.
Well, Mike Gandy was out there pulling on that play for Autry Denson, and spoke with Gandy this week, and he was talking about Autry Denson. He said, he makes miracles happen. Autry Denson. He said he's the kind of guy that, offensive linemen love to block for because he's going to give you everything he has every single play.
There's Mike Gandy. His first start at Notre Dame, 296-pound junior, Garland, Texas. There's Denson. Inside the 10-yard line, and then talking with Gandy. He's from that Dallas area and a longtime Cowboy fan. He said, in high school I wore number 88 because my hero was Michael Irvin. In fact, he has carried a trading card of Irvin in his wallet. You can see it's a bit used.
Yeah.
8 years he's had that next to his $1 bills.
Yeah, the old 1990 Michael Irvin card. And he wouldn't let us keep it. He said, hey, you guys can take a picture of it, but I want it right back.
Gandy, very athletic, replacing the injured Jerry Wisney. It's 3rd and 5. Johnson,
Jackson to Johnson with a Notre Dame touchdown.
Johnson for his 6th touchdown this year, and the Irish are back in it on a long, quick 78-yard drive.
And the extra point, and somebody better block Arnold Miller.
Miller lined up right over the center.
Yep.
Sanson gets this one out quicker. 4:06 left in the 3rd quarter. Malcolm Johnson working on Booker.
Give your 6'5" wide receiver a jump ball. He's been asking for this jump ball all year long. Finally gets one and gets in the end zone for the 7th score of the season.
34-27 LSU. In his final game on home turf, Malcolm Johnson from Washington, D.C. with his 6th touchdown reception. He leads the Irish and in catches with 40. Now a 7-point game, 4 minutes plus left in the 3rd. First to 50 wins here at Notre Dame today.
Well, and you expect another high kick here by Hunter Smith, and perhaps a fair catch by LSU.
We're going to kick it over to the right side again as Kevin Falk earning that respect. This one's going to be returned by Measley, and he is drilled at the 21. Rondell Mealy, who had a chance to return, may have taken his eye off it, bobbled it, and then covered. It was Mealy who was the star in that Independence Bowl last year, 222 yards and replacing Kevin Falk.
Well, it's just so unusual for a kick to be in the air that long. You just wait and wait and wait, and went off his shoulder pad, and now this is a really important defensive series for the Irish.
Falk, the lone running back. Is he strong? They had him for no gain, the Irish, and he winds up picking 6-7 yards.
And a nice smile on his face. Perhaps the best straight arm in college football. And you mentioned how strong he is. We've seen good inside runs, speed to the outside, and then that left-handed straight arm.
Denied Tony Driver. Out of bounds, they say, at the 27-yard line, a gain of 6.
Well, what a weapon when you're trying to protect the lead.
Taking
biology?
No, biology, micromechanics, and physics this year. He'll graduate in 3.5 years. He'll get the call again. Big hole up the middle. One man to beat. He breaks it. Almost kicked free of Deke Cooper's tackle, and then had a lot of daylight down the right side.
And Deke Cooper saved what well could have been a very long touchdown run by Kevin Falk. I mean, we've seen outside speed, we've seen power. This is kind of a cutback run. I haven't really seen the cutback yet today. Runs by Grant Irons.
There was one other Irish defender, but there were two blockers downfield to take care of him. First down at the 39. Irish students trying to help out as Falk again to the 44-yard line. Even when it looks as if Notre Dame has corralled him, he gains 5.
You know, hard to believe this LSU team has lost 5 games. I know they've been heartbreakers, but boy, this is a talented team, particularly on offense. And Corey Minor, number 4, having his best game of the season for the Irish, refuses to quit.
They give Falk a breather and run Del Mealy, the junior, 203 pounds, comes in a tailback. It's Mealy. Punished the Irish in that Independence Bowl, and he accepts a solid tackle and holds on to the 48-yard line, a yard shy of first down.
Well, with 222 yards or so in that Independence Bowl win.
Falk was injured early in the first quarter and wound up scoring 2 touchdowns, 222 for the MVP award. In comes Tommy Banks, the blocking back.
Big down.
A little late getting this one in. They play clock down to 10.
Now on 3rd and 1, they better get this thing off.
And it's Mealy running right through a Notre Dame tackle for an easy first down to the Irish 45-yard line.
Well, you know, when you're a one-dimensional team, it's very hard to both maintain the lead or try to catch up when you get down by 2 or 3 touchdowns. The thing about LSU is they are not a one-dimensional team. We have seen the superb passing of Herb Tyler today and the receiving of Abram Booty and Larry Foster, but they can grind it out too. You know, under 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, and when you're trying to protect that 7-point lead, this is just what you want to do.
Kevin Falk rested for a couple plays, back in. Tyler slips, throws, and Foster, juggling, is able to pull it in before make it Reggie Robinson makes the catch, his first of the day. The freshman from Shreveport juggled and able to pull it in.
Perhaps with the most speed of all these talented receivers, Reggie Robinson, a freshman. Did kind of bobble it. And they've been working on Brock Williams. And remember, Morris Watts, the offensive coordinator, said, hey, we want to work on Brock Williams. Not that he's not talented, but he's a young player. We want to test him.
Booty now on Williams, bottom of your picture. Give it to Falk. Absorbs the tackle, drags 2 men inside the 35. First down, LSU at the 33-yard line. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
This guy is one impressive player. We have not really seen him catching the ball much today. Very talented receiver as well. You've seen him on kickoff returns. You've seen 4 or 5 different types of runs. Todd McClure, number 72, out there leading the way for him. And that was just more power and determination.
Took half the defense to get him down. Falk now with 96 yards rushing. Tyler keeps. And he has good leg power as well. A pickup of 5, maybe 6 on first down.
Really an impressive drive by the Tigers. You know, on the road, the crowd was into it for a moment. You know, they've kind of taken the crowd out of it now and grinding down the last few minutes of the 3rd quarter.
And he's inside the 27-yard line, so it's 2nd down and long 3. A lot of those today for LSU. A good sign for the offense when you're going 2nd down and short. Falk trying to come back and drop for a loss of a yard as Antoine Jones, the senior from Ohio, makes the tackle. End of 3. Late sun on this Saturday afternoon, highlighting the Golden Dome. Back at Notre Dame for the 4th quarter. LSU leading 34-27, and the Tigers driving. Ball at the 27 of Notre Dame. It's 3rd and a long 4.
And if you're struggling in the kicking game, maybe you think, hey, I'm going to take
Fake to Falk, and Tyler keeps big yardage. He's all the way to the 16 and a first down.
You know, if you put number 7 on him, he looks just like Jarious Jackson, the way he runs and throws, and the same with Jarious. And you put 14 on him, very similar kind of players. Composed, clutch, accurate throwers. And when they've needed big plays, both he and Kevin Falk have answered the bell.
Boy, Tyler with happy feet on that run. 11th play of the drive coming up.
Not too many quarterbacks you see with big old clumps of turf in your helmet.
Booty and Foster are to the left. And Falk runs right. Good tackle in the open field by Tony Driver.
Tony Driver, out of high school, one of the best running backs in the entire United States, still wants to be a running back, tackling one of the premier runners in college football. And the block by Pack, number 81. And then Tony Driver, the strong safety. I mean, your strong safety has got to be able to make plays close to the line of scrimmage. Driver has done that, as has Clarence LeBlanc of LSU.
Ticket Falk for a rare yard loss. 2nd and 11. 6 on the play clock. Tyler. Intercepted. Bobby Howard. Only Falk to beat. Falk can't get him. Looking for a block from Driver. He gets it. And it's a touchdown, Notre Dame. Continues. Each now with an interception return for a touchdown. Kickoff return touchdown. Fumble return touchdown. 87 yards for Bobby Howard. The try for point is no good.
Unbelievable.
Good. Another missed extra point, and LSU still leads 34-33.
That is absolutely incredible. Incredible.
This is a remarkable game with a capital R.
What is that? Is that 4 they've missed we've seen today? Again, this is the guy's been blocking most of them today.
4 kicks they've missed. Field goals and extra points.
Was it? Oh, it's way up down here.
Kick way low.
Boy, it wasn't ever.
Blocked by his own lineman.
Yeah.
His back. So Sanson having trouble getting the ball in the air and leading to an emotional, that's really an emotional flattener for a team to get a remarkable interception touchdown and then not get at least the tie out of it.
Yeah, Bobby Howard's been so good all season long. A couple things. First of all, good coverage, nice catch. Then he's got Kevin Falk. He kind of stutter steps, makes like a fullback, then the strength like a fullback. Picks up a great block by Tony Driver. Tony Driver, number 25, got the last man that had a shot at him, and they go all the way into the end zone.
87 yards on the return by Howard.
He's right there. That's Bobby Howard.
Boy, LSU driving for what would have been a 2-touchdown lead, and Howard stepping in front and showing great speed. This 232-pound senior from Moran, West Virginia. There's the block by Driver right there.
Really, just a remarkable game, remarkable play. That one by Bobby Howard. But a lot of plays made today by some remarkable people.
There are a lot of ordinary games, folks, but this is one of those that really is exceptional. What next? 35, 34, 33 with 13 minutes plus left to settle this drama.
But can you imagine right now in this game, perhaps one of the kickers is going to have to win this game or have an opportunity to win this game. You are not going to run out in the field with a whole lot of confidence. I promise you that.
Well, we know where this one's going. High and very short.
A fair catch here. You got the fair catch.
And good field position. A flag down at the 36-yard line. And they may rule that Notre Dame not allowing ample room to receive that fair catch. There was no contact.
Boy, I've never ever seen a game like this with extra points.
Foul is a violation of the 2-yard belt by the kicking team. The penalty will be 5 yards from the end of the kick, first down.
So that gives Jerry DiNardo's Tigers great position out to the 46-47.
Well, here's about it's about 2 yards, right about there, my second line. That's how bad my artwork is. I don't think that's a penalty. I think he had a chance. Yeah, I think he had a chance to catch that one.
Now Tyler going back to work with a throw. It's Foster and a first down at the Notre Dame 46-yard line.
Morris Watts, the offensive coordinator, has had really good game plan. He said when we throw the ball, we want to work on Rob Williams. We think he's a young player that we think we have some opportunities. They've scored 2 touchdowns on him, and once again they continue to work on him.
Big score, Mississippi State, a field goal at 7 seconds to go to upset 9th-ranked Arkansas. Now Mississippi State and Mississippi, and Mississippi State with another upset could well go into the playoffs in the SEC. Here comes Mr. Falk to the 40-yard line, and a gain of nearly 6 on first down.
Well, just like the Notre Dame offensive line has had a good season, so has this LSU offensive line. That time Trey Langley, number 75, did a good job. We talked a little bit about Todd McClure, the center, Thomasy, left guard Williams, and Winey. Those guys have done a great job clearing the way for Kevin Falk and giving Herb Tyler an opportunity to throw the ball downfield.
Tyler looks in that huddle at his star running back Kevin Falk, who now has hit the century mark. 25 carries, 100 yards for number 3 Kevin Falk. Gets it again. Pushed back, shy of the first down, got to the 38, forward progress. And then a good surge by the Irish defense.
Well, Dick, I think this is a very critical third down for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. At 8-1, this is an important third down play for them, as they have had all season long.
Third, a long 2. Extra defense tight end comes in for LSU. Jamal Pack to bolster the blocking. Out of the eye with Banks the fullback. Falk at tailback. Watch Tyler. He likes to run too. No, it's Falk in the pitch. Ooh, a wicked hit by Howard, but he may have gotten the first down anyway. Kevin Falk.
I think that mark's going to be just shy by a smidgen. I'm guessing. That's that much, in case you wanted to know.
Well,
a smidgen.
Whenever the referee waves his arm timeout for measurement, that's smidgen, right?
Yeah, it is.
Well, guys like Paul McGuire would never have that kind of vocabulary. It's just I'm proud to be next to you.
Oh.
Well, let's see.
Boy, but big third down play.
And it is short.
Yeah, that's more than a smidgen.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, what would you call a long smidgen? Half yard, I guess.
Yeah.
4th and a half yard for LSU, and understandably they're going for it. This is hardly punting territory at the Irish 36-yard line.
Bobby Howard once again
Selling out.
Now remember the goal line stand against Boston College a few weeks ago? They need one of those right now.
Tyler went to the sidelines while they were measuring to get it from the boss's mouth. DiNardo offering the play. They send Foster left. Bring the fullback. Banks out as a wing left. Falk at tailback. Dive by the quarterback Tyler. He got to the 35, and that's enough. Using terrific spring as he made the dive forward for the first down.
He can run, he can throw, and now we know he can jump.
And give that dive look. That almost could have gone pike position.
Yeah, the East German gave him, a 6.2. There's no more East German judges. That's right. Nice call, nice run there by Tyler.
And Jerry DiNardo has found the win so elusive all season long. Nothing's been easy for LSU.
Grinding out the clock is their goal right now.
Tyler going to keep.
Stay in bounds.
Corey Minor makes makes a tackle at the 30-yard line. And again, first down has been a good friend for this LSU offense. They've done well.
Getting up very slowly. But I tell you, Herb Tyler did a really smart thing just staying in bounds. But he was hurt on that play.
Under 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. LSU 34, Notre Dame 33.
Now Herb Tyler not only has to, that's Morris Watts, the offensive coordinator, did a great job with his play calling today. But again, Herb Tyler wants to use as much of that 25-second clock as he can.
And he has a first down and more to the 21-yard line before Tario Harrison, the freshman from Sulphur Springs, Texas, in there at linebacker, makes the tackle.
Kevin Falk does not look tired, does he? I mean, he looks as fresh and as strong as he did when the game began. And this offensive line is doing a job. I mean, it wasn't really until he hit Bobby Howard 45 yards downfield that you saw a blue jersey.
This is about what LSU did on the last possession, only to be intercepted for a touchdown. They stay on the ground, and Falk slashes to the right side 18-yard line. And that is a moral victory for the Notre Dame defense, only 3 yards on first down.
Remember, you're Jerry DiNardo. You're really worried about your kicking game. And, you know, with 10 minutes, you've got to be thinking, hey, I'm going to take 4 chances, maybe picking up that first down, or you certainly don't want to have to feel like you have to kick a field goal.
LSU fans bringing a vocal support down the far end of the field as LSU works at the Notre Dame student body section, the noisiest part of the environs. Second down. Good job by the defense of the Irish. Lance Legree, the junior from St. Stephen, South Carolina, leading the charge. A third down and close to 5 coming up. 9 minutes plus left here at Notre Dame. Irish bring in a couple of extra defensive backs. Seems to be a mix-up as Tyler on the toss. And what a defensive play by Johnny Sanders, the safety. Sanders, who had an interception earlier in the game to deny LSU.
One of Bob Davies' themes this year has been everybody has got to make a play at some point. Play hard, and you never know who it's going to be.
Danny Boyd, one of the field goal kickers, comes in. He's made 1 this year out of 3. 41 yards. This one would be 42.
Just incredible.
Notre Dame gets the ball back, trailing by 1. Welcome back. Here's the field goal try, LSU.
Well, you know, it starts with getting the ball down the laces away. Laces are not away, right into the kicker's foot. And then number 27 and number 10. Number 27, Bobby Howard's this man right here. But right there, he gets a little piece of that ball to cause a deflection in the missed field goal attempt. So Bobby Howard's had an interception for a touchdown and a deflected field goal attempt.
So LSU, the last 2 possessions, 12 plays, interception by Howard for a touchdown, 11 plays, missed field goal. And Notre Dame takes over at the 25-yard line, down by 1. 8 minutes, 9 seconds left in the fourth.
And this is the type of game that Notre Dame has played all year long.
They have another comeback in them. Jarious Jackson sets them up.
Whoops.
And
miscommunication between the center, John Morandi, and Jarious Jackson on that one, Dick.
And Wesley and the ever-present Mark Roman there to quickly smother Jackson.
John Morandi snapped the ball before anybody was expecting it, most importantly, Jarious Jackson.
So a loss of 5 on first down. Morandi, the junior from Blue Jay, California, Lake Arrowhead area.
Rim of the World High School.
Yeah, son of a high school and junior college football coach. Jackson going to run this time. 30, fights to the 33, 34, 2 yards shy of a first down.
Man, that's a great run. That's not a good run. That's a great run by Jarious Jackson.
Let's see if Mark Roman, number 8, gets in on another tackle. He must have about 20 of them.
I have him down for 27.
He has been in every play.
And then on special teams, too. He caused a fumble on the kickoff return by Driver. Intercepted a pass for a touchdown.
Ball at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 2. And first down at the 39.
I mean, this is the part of the game where your offensive lineman, Dick, must win the ball game. If you're Notre Dame, you know they give the Autry Denson a chance to pick his way and in his determined way pick up 5, 6, 7 yards, and you give Jarious Jackson a chance to throw the ball. Good blocking that time by Tim Ritter, cleared the way for Autry Denson.
So Aaron Adams and Robert Davison on the tackle. First down, 39. Wide receivers to the right. Jackson changing his call. Play action fake. Gets away from Booker, but not away from number 48, Joe Wesley, who sacks him back at the 35-yard line.
What a game Joe Wesley's had. You know, a guy who said to us this week, it has been a heartbreaking year for us. But boy, I tell you, you perhaps win at Notre Dame, win at Arkansas, things begin to look up, don't they?
It's too good a team to be 4-5. Have to be the best team with a losing record in the country.
They are very, very talented, and they really haven't really got blown out by anybody. Florida, beat them by a reasonable margin, but they've lost two games the last play.
4 games lost, but none less than 6 points. Jackson keeps. That almost looked like a blown play, and Joe Wesley there to make the stop.
Well, here's the problem. You know, 3rd down and 10 or 11 yards with 5:25 remaining in the ball game. If you are forced to punt, LSU can run it out the way they control the ball.
5:15 left in the 4th quarter. Ball at the 36. 3rd and 13. Big play. Davis was a fingernail away from a deflection.
Well, he needed Herb Tyler's fingernails on that play then.
Rayon Hill made the tackle. Make that Rakai Nelson, number 9. It was Nelson with the catch.
And again, the calm maturity of Jarious Jackson. Never got excited. Never even, seemed to be bothered back there in the pocket. Finds the open receiver and drills the ball to Nelson.
It was Rayon Hill that almost had the deflection. First down play, Denson smothered in the backfield as Booger McFarland just pushing to Notre Dame blockers away, and he and Johnny Mitchell making the stop.
Well, what a ball game, Dick. What a ball game. 4:20 remaining in the game. LSU up by 1 point.
The Irish are out of field goal range, but I'm not sure. But what both teams are always out of field goal range in this game.
But if you're Bob Davie, you say, hey, I'm now in 4-down territory. With under 4 minutes remaining in this ball game when this is snapped, you got to think, hey, this is my last possession.
2nd down and 13. Here comes the blitz, picked up well by the Irish. The throw complete. Nelson again. First down at the LSU 26. 18 more for Jarious Jackson.
In a perfect world, with 3:48 remaining in this game, as you watch Jarious Jackson one more time, we said about the offensive lineman kind of winning this game, and they gave great protection for Nelson to make that catch. But in a perfect world, Jarious Jackson would methodically move this ball down with 3:38 remaining in the ball game. And if they score, you don't give LSU any time with that explosive offense they have.
266 yards now passing for Jackson. Now he runs it. all the way to the 18-yard line. Another first down. So Jackson has passed for 266 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he's run for plenty as well.
And again, Notre Dame trailing by 1. Now they have to start using the clock.
92 yards rushing, Pat, for Jarious Jackson. He's had about closing in on a 350 to 400-yard game.
Absolutely, he had 100 yards rushing against Stanford earlier in the year. It's clearly his best passing game this season.
Inside the 15 with 3:04 left. To the 7-yard line before, well, you know who, makes the tackle again.
What a ball game. My goodness.
Well, that Roman isn't an All-America defender. I haven't seen one.
Done just about everything. Tackle, intercept passes, special teams.
Ball inside the 8. It's second down and 3. And 2.5 minutes remain.
Yeah, again, it's one of those real dilemmas. You score too quickly, you give LSU and that explosive offense a chance.
Both teams with their 3 timeouts left. Denson stays in bounds, but has to take the loss of a couple yards as Damian Woods at the corner and Aaron Adams make the stop. 3rd down.
Well, in the past, Notre Dame has run a lot of their option game down in this part of the field. And it wouldn't be a bad situation to give Jarious Jackson the chance to run it or pitch it.
They have the Irish for a first down. Get the ball to what would appear inside the 4. Or just outside the 10. So 3rd and 6.
Well, the other thing is if you don't get it, you don't want the ball on a hash mark to attempt a field goal.
Malcolm Johnson right, Rakai Nelson and Bobby Brown to the left. Hurry, just get it off. Flags down in the end zone. Rakai Nelson, does it count? Penalty flag down. It's against LSU. Another 3rd and long. The Irish today have converted 8 of 10 3rd and long situations as Jarious Jackson in his highlight game as the quarterback of Notre Dame hits Nelson for the go-ahead score.
And they'll go for 2. And Rakai Nelson had a big, touchdown catch to open the season against Michigan. Yeah, Bob Davies going to call timeout. Good use of his timeout. He has 3 of them remaining, 1:27 left in the ball game. But talk about their 2-point play.
What a game at Notre Dame today. And LSU will get its chance. 39-34 as we take a break.
A very determined Jarious Jackson. You see the blood there on his left arm, the concentration in his eyes. And again, drills this ball to Rakai Nelson. 10-yard touchdown pass. And once again, this resilient Irish team comes from behind to take a 5-point lead, awaiting a 2-point play. Working on his finger.
Go for 2.
This was a little bit earlier.
Jackson in with Jamie Spencer and Denson. Now the shift to strong left. The roll, the throw, intercepted in the end zone, knocked down. Fred Booker made the play for LSU, so it's a 5-point game, 1:27 left. LSU needs a touchdown to win. We'll return to Notre Dame after this. 39-34, Notre Dame, 1:27 left. And now the focal point on that man, Kevin Falk, and look where he is.
Yeah, they moved him up right to the spot where Notre Dame has been kicking the last few times.
Let's see if Hunter Smith realizes that Falk has moved to exactly where he's been kicking.
Right here.
Now the play, of course, is to drill it as far as Hunter Smith's leg will take it. That's exactly what he does. High, Rondell Bailey, and he and Foster battle. There he is. One man to beat. The kicker, Smith, gets him down at the 45-yard line. of LSU, and the Notre Dame coaches and players are letting everyone know that they feel that's against the Tigers. It is. Oh, my.
Against LSU.
Well, special teams have not, it's inappropriately named today. I mean, we've seen a lot of funky plays on special teams. This is Larry Foster. Yeah, there's the block in the back. It would catch the number.
Looked like Kyle.
The penalty will be half the distance from the follow foul, followed by first down.
1:19 remaining in the ball game. LSU has all 3 of their timeouts and an explosive offense.
First down, 91 to go. Craig Knoll is in at quarterback. Throws complete to that fullback, Tommy Banks, who gets out of bounds. Tommy Banks, who has had 2 catches all season. Craig Knoll, who has thrown the ball only 18 times all year. And we don't know whether Herb Tyler is injured.
Well, he was hurt earlier in the game, but he stayed in. I mean, I saw him go down and actually he looked like he hurt a leg, but he stayed in the ball game.
1:11 to go. Booty and Robinson to the right. Mike Hayes to the left. Knoll has a strong arm. He guns it down the middle. Oh, and what a hit by Cooper on Robinson. But Robinson holds on for a first down at the 38. Clock stops with the first down. 25 on the play. So maybe Knoll in there just because they feel he has a bigger threat going deep.
Well, that was a pretty well thrown ball there by Craig Knoll.
Kevin Paul in the backfield to the right of Knoll. And a flag down. 59 seconds left.
Ball
start against the Tigers.
You give that one to the home crowd. And I would be very surprised though if Herb Tyler's healthy that he is not.
That was a dead ball. False start. Offense. The penalty 5 yards from the previous spot. Still second down.
So the freshman from Alexandria, Louisiana, 6'3", Craig Knoll. Biggest challenge of his young collegiate career. Over the middle, incomplete through the hands of Booty at the 42-yard line. Jim Gray, what's the story on Herb Tyler?
Well, Dick, he's sitting all by the bench, all by himself on the bench. He pulled his left hamstring, he just told me. Very disappointed. He can't return, and he wants to be in there very badly, but he just can't run at this point. Dick?
Boy, we talked to LSU this week. Is what's going to go wrong next? And here they are, where they need their leader, their quarterback, in a must-do situation. Final minute, and he's hurt. 2nd and 15. To the sidelines. And out of bounds at the 33 of Notre Dame. What a throw! Knoll to Booty.
Johnny Unitas couldn't have thrown that one any better. Or Dan Marino, anybody you want. This is a frozen rope, an absolutely perfect throw. The Booty up the top is running the fade past the corner.
Pick on Williams again.
You know, I think Notre Dame should really blitz Craig Knoll. They're playing that prevent defense. I think you need to come after Craig Knoll, not let him sit back there in the pocket.
Booty is one of the stars today for this LSU team. And Craig Knoll stepping up to the occasion.
They moved again. That offensive line, you know, I'm guessing that Craig Knoll doesn't get too many opportunities to run their 2-minute drill during the course of the week in practice. Different cadence. We've had 2 illegal procedure penalties against their offensive line.
Foul is a dead ball. False start. Offense. Penalty 5 yards from the previous spot. Still second down.
First down, and the Tigers working in the noisiest part of Notre Dame Stadium down in the student section.
3 timeouts remaining, though, for LSU.
Plenty of time. 45 seconds. Flag down. Knoll hit. Able to unload it. And that's an incomplete pass. And that was a big play by Knoll. Had he not gotten the ball off, then the the clock would have run at least till a timeout was spent. But they saved the timeout on Knoll strong enough to withstand that charge from Anthony Weaver.
Yeah, but give Greg Madison, defensive coordinator, credit. They came after him. You're going to see number 10. I think this is 10. This is a corner, too. Devin Harper come in as well. The linebacker, Lamont Bryant. So they weren't going to let him sit back in the pocket on that one.
Second 15. They bring the corner. Outside to Foster, and the junior Foster alertly steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 32 seconds left.
Well, the time isn't as critical at this moment as the down and distance. It's what, 3rd and about 8? Because they still have 3 timeouts, so they can throw the ball anywhere in the field, still call timeout, and have 4 shots at the end zone.
Outstanding receivers, Foster and Booty to the right. Robinson with a speed to the left. The throw is deep. He's open. Touchdown, or is it? No, he did not hang on Booty this time.
Well, there's a third matchup between Brock Williams and Abram Booty.
And Booty had him beaten.
He had him beaten, and he caught 2 touchdowns earlier in this ball game. That time, Brock Williams at the last moment, I think, knocks it away.
That far corner, you couldn't tell at this point. It looked at Booty. Off his fingertips.
Catchable ball. Great throw by Knoll.
Now 4th down, a must down. They need 8 to keep it going.
Center can't hear him.
Celebrates again. Notre Dame 21 seconds away from an unbeaten home schedule. Today's Chevrolet players of the game: Mark Roman from LSU and Jarious Jackson from Notre Dame. Recognition of their effort, Chevrolet makes a contribution to the National Association Student Financial Aid Administrators disbursement to deserving college students. And they kneel down by Jackson, and one of the 3 timeouts now used by Jerry Donardo's LSU team. The Chevrolet Scholarship Program has been a tradition for more than a quarter of a century. Both teams with over 400 yards offense. 486 Notre Dame, 404 LSU. The Tigers, unless a miracle lands in their lap here in these final seconds, will have lost 6 games by a total of 33 points. They lost to Georgia by 1. They lost to Kentucky by 3. They lost in overtime to Mississippi. They had Alabama beaten by 9 points with 4 minutes to go and lost by 6. And now just another in what has been a staggering emotional load for this young team to accept.
Yeah, and really 2 different types of seasons in terms of, making those plays at critical moments. We've talked about it, Dick. Notre Dame has done that all year long, and LSU made the plays today, but at the very end, once again, this very resilient Fighting Irish team finds a way to win.
Well, you made that point at the start that Notre Dame has made the big plays when they needed to and have again today.
Yep.
LSU has not. Booty, who had a remarkable game, 2 touchdown catches, has the third one. Knoll put it there. LSU could have won it. And that's what they have to replay again down in Baton Rouge as Jackson kneels, and time spent again in 11 seconds, and still 1 timeout left for LSU. Now we certainly want to thank. It's been a wonderful year, Pat Hayden,
yes,
and Jim Gray, myself here at Notre Dame, Mike Wadsworth, athletic director, and John Heisler and Mike Enright in the SID department, along with Bernie Caffarelli. Irish have produced a rather surprising year, to say the least. And apparently will go to Southern California next week with their eyes on a major bowl position.
Well, Dick, it's been a pleasure working with you and the whole crew here at NBC. It's been a fun year. Enjoyed it.
Jarious Jackson, part of the story this year. What a game, folks. I mean, this is the kind of game where you need a half-hour post-game show to replay all the outstanding moments, both sides.
And really, funny moments, too. I mean, I've never seen so many extra points missed.
Fortunately, that didn't factor into the final score. I mean, every coach can say every time you miss one of those, it certainly does disrupt the momentum of strategy. But 5-point Notre Dame lead on the touchdown pass Jackson to Rakine Nelson. Now with third down, there's always the possibility of running into the end zone, taking a safety, but that isn't the case here. A kneel down, and the final timeout used by LSU with 8 seconds left.
Now, if they're going to do the safety, this is probably where they would do it. I mean, I don't think you want to punt the ball. I mean, a safety is only 2 points.
You run it out the back of the end zone.
Well, I think you use as much of the clock as you can. You try to use the entire 8 seconds running around the end zone. And, you know, if you're going to do that, maybe it's not even your punter. Maybe you give it to Jarious Jackson to run around the back of the end zone and use up those 8 seconds.
It all started, we should have been forewarned with 4 plays into the game. Mark Roman of LSU picked off Jackson and took it 53 yards for a touchdown. Bobby Howard, the linebacker for Notre Dame, returned an interception for a touchdown of 87 yards. Fumble return for a touchdown. Lamont Bryant. It just had everything today. Jim Gray?
All right, Dick. Well, Bob Davie just told Jarious Jackson, take the snap, run around for as long as you can, take off as much time as you can, make sure that you are not tackled, and take the safety. Dick?
Yeah, you don't want to run around and be tackled on the 1 yard line with a second to go.
Well, that's exactly right. Now, LSU knows that's what they're going to do. You're going to see, I believe, some corner blitzes to try to trap him before he gets the ball in the end zone. Now, I'm guessing he's going to be in the shotgun. But I would be surprised if LSU doesn't come hard off the corner to try to tackle him before he gets in the end zone.
Why not put all 11 men on the line of scrimmage?
Absolutely.
So with 8 seconds left, apparently the final play of the game.
He's done the shotgun.
And now tackled for the safety with 3 seconds left. So it's 39-36.
That was the corner blitz by LeBlanc, the strong safety, and Jarious Jackson didn't see him. If he had seen him, he would have been able to run out those last 3 seconds. And did Jackson get hurt? Oh, man. Did Jarious Jackson just get hurt?
Oh,
absolutely incredible if he did. He's down in the end zone. There's the corner blitz up there. Oh, his right knee. It looked like, yeah, he just grabbed his right knee. That's unbelievable. Oh, man. He grabbed his right knee as soon as he went down, Dick. Did you see that?
It just as this game has had so much of everything, but that is not what any team wants to see. And Jackson did not expect it. It appeared they didn't expect that kind of pressure that quickly from the backside.
Yeah, I'm surprised if you're not expecting a corner blitz.
Let's pause a moment. 39-36, 3 seconds left. We'll be back after these words from your local station. Welcome back. Notre Dame has dribbled the kick, and it's covered by LSU at the 46-yard line. 1 second left, so the Tigers still have a chance. We can tell you that Jarious Jackson did walk off the field, limped off back to the locker room. Jim Gray talked to him.
Dick, I talked to Jarious Jackson. He twisted his right knee. He went back into the locker room, did not want to wait around for the interview. Doctors tell us they think he'll be all right for next week. Sprained right knee. Dick?
And here it is. One play for the win for young Craig Nall. He's got a huge arm on its way. Incomplete. And Notre Dame has defeated LSU 39-36. The Irish go 9-1. LSU's bowl hopes disappear at 4-6. But what a team the Tigers showed Notre Dame today. Everything but beat the Irish. There's 2 great running stars, Kevin Falk and Autry Denson. But the hero's mantle fell on Jarious Jackson today, running and passing the football, only to be injured on the next to final play of the game. And then his counterpart, Herb Tyler, unable to participate in the 2 chances at the end. I mean, you have to go back to the thesaurus, the dictionary. Remarkable, extraordinary, unbelievable. What else you got there, Professor?
That's it. I mean, that about covers it.
Well, that's the final score, 39-36. 36 here from Notre Dame Stadium, and we now take you to the 10th anniversary of Hoop It Up.